Open Panthers preview. Face-off for tonight's game is just minutes away.
You're listening to the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Have you heard about El Car Wash, the official car wash of the Florida Panthers? For less than the price of a tank of gas, you can enjoy unlimited express car washes at all 40-plus locations from Miami to Palm Beach to Naples and Orlando. If you are on your way to work, having a night on the town, or just need the refreshing feeling of a sparkly clean car, come through one of our eco-friendly and state-of-the-art locations for a high-quality, fast, and fun wash. Visit lcarwash.com to find the location nearest you. Join, wash, save. El Car Wash. Feel good. Drive clean.
Attention sports fans, when it comes to your health, don't just play defense, make the winning move with Solstice Dental Insurance. Whether you're looking for a PPO, HMO, or discount plan, Solstice has you covered. Our unique comprehensive dental and vision products ensure that you get the extensive coverage you need, all at an affordable price. With a national network and top-tier customer service, Solstice is your go-to teammate for championship smiles and clear vision. Join the winning team. Call Solstice today, 877-760-2247 or solsticebenefits.com and score big on your dental insurance.
Everything is better on ice.
It scores through the legs.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. EIS HD2 Boca Raton. It's game time.
That's the power play. Bark off the chuck in front. Bouncing puck. Jammed it. They score. A power play goal. Carter Verhaeghe on the backhand. And the Panthers take the lead.
The defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers are on.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
This is the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Sponsored by Baptist Health, the official sports medicine provider of the Florida Panthers. And by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers.
Now, let's get right to the action.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome inside Amerant Bank Arena here in Sunrise. It's the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers, Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. The Panthers lead the best of 7, 3-2. The Panthers looking to close it out and make it back-to-back cups here this evening. Let's get your starting lineups presented by SeatGeek, your ticket to great Panthers seats. For the Panthers, coached by Paul Maurice, Alexander Barkov between Sam Reinhart and Carter Verhaeghe to start things off up front. Aaron Ekblad, Gus Forsling defensively. The goaltender is Sergei Bobrovsky. For Chris Knobloch's Edmonton Oilers, they start forward line. Connor McDavid between Corey Perry and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Matthias Ekholm, Evan Bouchard. Defensively, the Edmonton goaltender is Stuart Skinner. Your officials tonight, the referees are Jean Hébert and Chris Rooney. The linesmen are Devin Berg and Ryan Gibbons. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you. Manny Chang, our on-site engineer. Trevor Harris back at studio control. Roberto Luongo, Panthers legend, banging the drum to get everybody fired up tonight. It's the Panthers in red, right to left. The Oilers in white, left to right across your radio dial to get this one started here in the opening frame. The Panthers are looking to close it out here this evening, leading the series 3-2. Can the Panthers make it back-to-back cups? We'll find out. We're up and running here in Sunrise. Puck pulled back by Barkov, and Forsling will have it back inside the Panthers' end. Right side Ekblad, a takeaway along the far boards. Perry, though, and the Edmonton Oilers scoot in offside. 10 seconds in, our first stoppage. Panthers-Oilers scoreless early on.
Get it rolling early, 30 seconds, get off the ice. Try and get through that 4-line rotation as quickly as possible. Let everyone touch that sheet of ice, get their legs underneath them.
Face-off on the way, right in front of the Panthers bench. Barkov again back to Forsling, and he'll rip it down to our left wide of the Edmonton net. An icing call, our second stoppage, just 16 seconds into the game. 19:44 left here in the opening frame. No score. Panthers and Edmonton here tonight in Game 6.
Chris Knobloch with the lineup changes. Corey Perry goes back on that line with McDavid and Nugent-Hopkins. Draisaitl, Kapanen back in the lineup. He'll be with Draisaitl and Kane. The mixing and matching continues on the Edmonton side.
Off the draw, Ekholm, a shot, and that one is blocked by Carter Verhaeghe off his shin pad, and out to the neutral zone it goes, and it's ripped back in by Bouchard. Down to our right for Edmonton. Around the end boards at Kerr. It's Nugent-Hopkins trying to go back behind the net for McDavid. Intercepted. Ekblad to Forsling. Out come the Panthers. Right to left across your radio. The puck played in down to our left. Rims around far corner. After it is the Panthers head to Luostarinen, pressuring in there against Ekholm. The Oilers will get a clear from Corey Perry. And Nico Mikkola back inside his own line. Brad Marchand takes a hard shot from Corey Perry along the near boards. Puck picked up and backhanded down by Luostarinen deep into the offensive end. Marchand gets his helmet back on here as he'll try and get that back onto his head. It was knocked off by Perry. Now here on the near side of the ice, picked up by Anton Lundell as the action spills down to our right inside the Panthers zone. Out of the near corner, Anton Lundell didn't clear a shot. A save made by Bobrovsky and Evander Kane. A loose puck in the blue pane, and Bobrovsky on top of it. And Bobrovsky able to keep that one out of the net. Came in with some zip on it from Evander Kane out of the right circle. 1 minute, 12 seconds into the action. No score. A big chance for Edmonton, and a hard hit put on by Corey Perry against Brad Marchand as well.
Marchand was trying to dance around. Yeah, Corey Perry was able to get a good piece of him, knock his helmet off, coming the other way. Lundell not able to get that puck up. He turns it over in the middle of the ice from the top of that right faceoff circle. Kane throws it at the 5-hole. Sergei Bobrovsky, unaware of where it was for a second, spin around and just fell on it on his back. Good scoring chance early for Kane.
Face off near circle down to our right. Off the draw, the puck winds up here in the corner. Nate Schmidt taps it along. Sam Bennett cross ice. Matthew Tkachuk up the boards. Got the clear. Leon Draisaitl for Edmonton has it down to our left. Across for Brett Kulak. Kulak out of the zone. Edmonton on the move. In go the Oilers, fanning on a shot. Cutting in was Kane as he crossed over the Panthers' blue line. And the Panthers grab control and start back. Sam Bennett through center, heads in offensively. Right side, a shot, Tkachuk, that's over the net. Rims up the near boards, held in by Nico Mikkola here along the near side. Regathered by Edmonton. Kulak fails to clear by Mikkola, who gloves it down. Mikkola scoots in along the near side of the corner. Nico Mikkola behind the net. Off to that right corner. He'll shift it back around. Near side, Sam Bennett is there. Behind the net for Tkachuk. He's held up on the end wall by Darnell Nurse. Puck pops free. Draisaitl with it for Edmonton. He'll hand it around the end boards, and Nurse will start the charge for the Oilers. Up the left side. It's sent down near corner. Nurse stays after it. Panthers going to change. A.J. Greer, a shoulder into Nurse. The puck played down behind the Panthers net. 2-on-2 scrum. Spilling over toward the far corner down to our right. Adam Henrique there for Edmonton. Out to the far point. A long shot. And that one's shaken away by Bobrovsky. Came in from Jake Wallman out on that left side. Now down behind the net. This one handled by Trent Frederick for Edmonton. Out to the line, Wallman. Across for Klingberg. Long shot from John Klingberg is wide. Rims around. Jeff Skinner. He'll wind this one back behind the Panthers net. Frederick near point. Klingberg. Long shot into traffic. Deflecting. Dangerously close but wide. Over on the far boards. The puck battled for Mikkola. A backhand out to the line. Not out of the zone. That one held in. Now in close. A try from Jeff Skinner, and that one is wide. Now the Oilers continue to pressure. Skinner a shot, saved by Bobrovsky, and he's got it again. That one may have popped loose for a split second. Bobrovsky holds it. 2 minutes, 59 seconds into the first period. We remain scoreless. Edmonton has the first 4 shots on net.
Edmonton's been the aggressor in this game. They've been able to come after the Panthers. Panthers unable to clear the zone. They keep it in. Skinner with a shot through some traffic. He just got it and whipped it around all in one motion on the right side near the boards. And again, Sergei Bobrovsky a little bit handcuffed on that shot on net by Jeff Skinner. But Edmonton's definitely come out with a purpose to start this game. And Chris Knobloch said his team responds best when it has its back against the wall. And it has been a stout start for the Oilers. And Panthers steady the ship. Going to have to get some pucks and possession time down in the Edmonton end. Get Skinner involved in this game. Force him to make some saves.
Face off near circle down to our right. Inside the Panthers zone, it's Sam Bennett leaning in against Matthias Janmark. And the puck pulled off to the near boards. It bounces around. Nate Schmidt to Evan Rodriguez. Across the ice for Tkachuk. He's run into and taken down inside the Panthers line on a hard shoulder from Janmark. Meanwhile, the Panthers keep control. Rodriguez to Bennett. The puck dumped down to our left. Around the end boards, near side, battle for the loose puck, spills down to the end board. Bennett a hard check on Connor Brown. Here in the near corner, Bennett tries to jar the puck free. It's loose. Tkachuk a good job to hold it down low. Then Rodriguez to the near point. Schmidt across Dmitry Kulikov. Long wrister wide off the end boards. That is kept alive by Evan Rodriguez. Out to Kulikov. Across for Schmidt. Long shot. That one deflects, and Stuart Skinner got the right leg on it to knock it away. Here on the near boards, Janmark cross ice to Nurse, banked up the far side. Podkolzin run into there by Kulikov. Podkolzin nearly turns the puck over, drops it back inside his own end, and alertly his goaltender, Stuart Skinner, there to drop it off for the defenseman, Brett Kulak.
That's the better for the Panthers. Get those plays low to high, out to the defenseman, look for traffic in front.
As we've gone over 4 minutes here in the opening frame of Game 6, Sam Reinhart takes a cross-ice pass from Forsling, dumps it down to our left, behind the net, juggled by Skinner, the goaltender, up that far side off the body of Verhaeghe, keeps it down low, Barkov on the end wall. To the far corner, Barkov. He's got 2 Oilers on him. Bouchard tries to take it away. They battle back behind the net. Barkov holding it down there. Eventually, Ekholm comes in, grabs control. Pass up the far side, Draisaitl. Back for Ekholm. And Ekholm will swing it across to Bouchard into the neutral zone. Poked away. Here's Reinhart heading in. Gets around Ekholm in front of shot. He scores! He makes it a top shot. And the Panthers strike first here in Game 6. Sam Reinhart. What a play!
An amazing individual effort by Reinhart. Bouchard has the puck on his backhand. Reinhart takes it off him, and then he just dances around Ekholm. Supreme quality, effort, and move at the end of it. That little backhand shovel to himself to get around Ekholm, and the finish is all world as he goes top shelf on Stuart Skinner. And Reinhart opens up the scoring. He's been blistering hot the last 3 games, and it continues. A little mishandle by Bouchard there. And how many times? That is Ekholm beaten twice. Last game by Marchand, and here not getting a piece of Reinhart. The scintillating individual one-on-one moves by the Panther forwards against the Edmonton defensemen have created some all-world goals.
Sam Reinhart, the Game 7 hero last year, gets the Panthers on the board in Game 6. Now Anton Lundell in a long-distance try, and Skinner gloves it down. 15:08 left here in the first. 1-0 Panthers over the Oilers here this evening in the early stages. Sam Reinhart gets the Panthers on the board, and, well, for Sam Reinhart in these playoffs, for him, that's goal number 8.
A lot coming recently, too. So Sam Reinhart, if you look back what he's been able to do in the last 4 games, that's a 4-game point streak with 4 goals in that span.
And a 4-game goal-scoring streak, as a matter of fact. In front, here's Lundell, a shot! Right off the face-off, and a save made by Stuart Skinner. We've gone 4:57. Well, 1-0 Panthers. We talked about how the first couple of minutes, Edmonton had some pressure going. Now the Panthers have turned the tables a little bit.
Yes, and those one-on-one moves, and Panthers open up the scoring, and Edmonton has that push, and a stunning individual effort by Reinhart to score that goal. Edmonton put so much emphasis, in that locker room on this first period to come out, be strong, try and get the lead, and then the Panthers just snatch it away in a heartbeat. Bouchard there on the defense was nervous in the service.
Nikola down behind the net. A.J. Greer out in front. A shot. Gadjevich in a right pad save made by Stuart Skinner, and what a big one it was. Out to the far point, then Seth Jones. To the inboards, Tomas Nosek has it poked away. Loose puck here on the near side, and Adam Henrique there for Edmonton. He'll send it around. Darnell Nurse for the Oilers. Long outlet to Kulak, a little behind him, but Kulak stays with it. Heads in over the Panthers line, but catching up to him to take the puck away is Nosek. Gives to Jones out of the zone. Here's A.J. Greer, one man to beat. He's caught up to by Nurse. Greer dumps it down. Onto the inboards, then Jeff Skinner for Edmonton. Plays it off to the near corner, and the puck is cleared on by Kulak. Out to the Panthers blue line. Kasperi Kapanen can't locate it. Sam Bennett with it. Calmly back behind the Panthers net as we've gone 5:45. Nearly a turnover out front. Kapanen does grab it for Edmonton to Klingberg. He can't get it down low, and Nate Schmidt there to clear.
The last two Marchand goals and the Reinhart goal are some of the most unbelievable goals that you'll see in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and they all happened in the last couple of games.
Now the puck played up that far side. Some highlight reel tallies for sure. Here on the near boards, Devin Rodriguez, Klingberg on him. And a little battle here along the near wall of Ander Kane in there. Helps Edmonton gather control. Nugent Hopkins, far side Wallman. Puck poked away by Reinhart. And as it rolls around the inboards, Nate Schmidt here on the near side, unable to grab a handle on that. Loose puck along the near wall, and Kulikov able to muscle it away from Nugent Hopkins. Out come the Panthers here. It's Reinhart again. Reinhart in over the offensive line. Off to the right circle. Reinhart poked away by Wallman. He recovers, gives to Barkov on the inboards. Barkov over on that far side. Loose puck along the far wall out to the line. It's shuffled along by Ekblad. Held in. Verhaeghe then to Reinhart. Back to Verhaeghe. Right circle. Carter Verhaeghe along the boards. Up top. An open Ekblad. A drive off a shin pad. Didn't get through. And it bounces out to the neutral zone. The Panthers reload there. Verhaeghe starts right back in. Barkov give and go. Verhaeghe in. Shot just wide. And over on the far boards. Fresh off the bench. It hops past the stick of Marchand. Out come the Edmonton Oilers. Now trying to beat the Panthers' defense is McDavid. The puck rolls in on Bobrovsky, who plays it to the outside. Loose along the far boards then. Down in that far corner, it's handled by Barkov. 12:47 to go in the first. Verhaeghe cross ice. Ekblad there. Outlet to Marchand too far. That goes down to our left. And it's going to be an icing call. 12:42 to go in the first. 1-0. It's the Panthers in front on Sam Reinhart's 8th of the postseason. Have you heard of Paint the Grain? Paint the Grain's a DIY craft studio. Hosts workshops such as kids' birthdays, ladies' nights, and corporate events located in Davie on Griffin Road. Check out Paint the Grain Studio for their schedule of events and follow them on social media at Paint the Grain.
Chris Knobloch, the Edmonton coach, is not going to waste any time. He's going to the nuclear option immediately. Draisaitl and McDavid together early on in this first period with the understanding this. It's all or nothing at this point, and he's going to roll the dice.
Yeah, desperate times calling for desperate measures, and he's putting the big guns together with Corey Perry as the other forward on the unit. Up the far side, Ekholm, McDavid, bag for Matthias Ekholm. Up the left wing for Corey Perry. A backhand down on net. Sergei Bobrovsky sees traffic coming, and he will cover. 12:23 left in the first. 1-0 Panthers. Panthers a lead going into the first media timeout. That's where we are right now. We'll step aside, bring it back for more here in just a moment. It's the Florida Panthers Radio Network presented by Baptist Health.
Have you heard about El Car Wash, the official car wash of the Florida Panthers? For less than the price of a tank of gas, you can enjoy unlimited express car washes at all 40-plus locations from Miami to Palm Beach to Naples and Orlando. If you are on your way to work, having a night on the town, or just need the refreshing feeling of a sparkly clean car, come through one of our eco-friendly and state-of-the-art locations for a high-quality, fast, and fun wash. Visit lcarwash.com to find the location nearest you. Join, wash, save. El Car Wash. Feel good, drive clean.
Hey, Panthers fans. Time to face off. Hockey is back, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the sellies this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cats games or to any other live event in South Florida, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Cheers to champions. Manos Wine has teamed up with the Florida Panthers to celebrate the 2024 Stanley Cup champions. Introducing our exclusive collection of deep-etched, hand-painted wines and sparkling metallic red bubbly, each featuring unique championship designs. Whether you're toasting to victory at home or celebrating with friends, these limited edition bottles are a must-have for every Panthers fan. Shop now at manoswine.com or find us at your local liquor store. Raise your glass to the champions, because every victory deserves a great wine.
12:23 to go in the first. 1-0 Panthers over the Oilers in Game 6 on a goal from Sam Reinhart. Panthers fans score big on game day with Stoner's Pizza. Get 50% off all pizzas when you order on Panthers Game Day. Just use the promo code GOCATS, available online in the app or in store. Stoner's Pizza is the official pizza of the Panthers. Price and participation may vary. We've got 12:23 to play here in the opening frame. A 1-0 Panthers lead. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, and Kevin Rogers with you here tonight with a draw coming up to the right of Sergei Bobrovsky, down to our right inside the Panthers zone.
It's one thing for Reinhart to make all those moves. It's another thing to finish it off like that. Falling to the seat of his pants and puts it right in the upper deck.
Now off the face-off, Ekblad to clear, out to the neutral zone. Bouchard, a pass to Corey Perry, and here's Draisaitl on to McDavid. The big guns coming right out of the media timeout for Edmonton. Down behind the net, McDavid for Perry. He blew a tire and went tumbling hard into the end wall. 2-on-2, Strum over on that far side. Perry leaning into Forsling. The puck pulled free by Reinhart. Cross ice has Verhaeghe. Into the neutral zone he goes. Carter Verhaeghe up the near side. It's played down to our left. The goaltender, Stuart Skinner, back behind the net. Shovels it off to the corner. Bouchard around the end boards. Draisaitl, Marchand in against him. Takes him down. A giveaway behind the net. Verhaeghe with it for the Panthers. Out to the right point. Seth Jones is there. Backs up. Center of the blue line. Lets a wrister fly, and it's just wide. Off the end board. Scooped up by Bouchard. Play to the near wall. And Connor Brown helps Edmonton get the clear to center. Now here on the near boards, Mikkola has one hop away. Brown with it for a moment, but the Panthers regather. Marchand poked the puck away. Luostarinen puts it down to our left. Podkolzin wins a race to it for Edmonton. Around the back of the net he goes. Up the far side, Podkolzin. Podkolzin dumps it along the far wing. Down behind the Panthers net, Bobrovsky. Into the near corner. Janmark there to steal it back for Edmonton. Out front for Connor Brown. Read nicely by Luostarinen, but not cleared out. Puck played back down to the end wall inside the Panthers zone. Nate Schmidt this time looks to clear. Janmark kept it in. Another try and a diving play from Matthew Tkachuk. He gets the puck to neutral ice. It's whipped back in quickly by Darnell Nurse.
Don't stick handle out of your own zone. Lundell tried that and it got pushed back. Now you got his entire group on the ice. He got an icing. Tkachuk, a really nice defensive play, but after that, Lundell tried to stick handle puck out of traffic. It gets poked off his stick. Edmonton pushes it right back into the Panthers' end. Icing call, and now you got to win a face-off, get a line change. Early on, you have that 1-0 lead. You have to make sure those smart decisions are made, especially at both lines. Both blue lines are critical. Inside yours, out. When you get to the red line, inside theirs, every opportunity.
Face off to Sergei Bobrovsky's right down to our right off the draw. Edmonton has it. Kapanen out to the far point. Long shot from Wallman wide here on the near boards. Klingberg in there against Tkachuk. Given to Kulikov, and he's not able to get it out for the Panthers. Kept in by Kapanen. Around the end boards, far side, Luostarinen there for the Panthers. Backhand up the boards. Tkachuk there, can't reel it in. Kane sweeps it around the end wall all the way out to the near point. Klingberg awaits, and he'll play it back down behind the Panthers' net. Here to the near corner. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins for Edmonton. To the line, Klingberg. Left side, Wallman, a shot. That's low and wide. A lively inboard hop right to the side of the net where Bobrovsky is there to cover it up. And now Evander Kane in the...
We didn't see any of this.
Some shenanigans after the whistle.
Game 5. It was pretty quiet.
Evander Kane was into a bit of a shoving match.
Game 4 and 5, it kind of disappeared. A little push on the goaltender. And Kane, Nugent-Hopkins in there with Luostarinen.
And Luostarinen, Nugent-Hopkins still shoving a bit. Nate Schmidt in there for the Panthers as well.
Panthers love this, so this is where they want to be. That's their comfort zone. Push back and forth. And
Evander Kane's going to the box.
I think.
What else do we have here?
We have to wait. Evander Kane headed to the box. Looks like Sam Bennett as well. We're going to get some 4-on-4 action.
Bennett as well. So a penalty on each side. Here's the call. So they take them both 4-on-4, 10-15 to play here in the first. 1-0. The Panthers out in front. Remember to feed your fandom with the new Panthers sub only at Publix, the official supermarket of the Florida Panthers. Hot honey chicken, bacon, cheese, pickles, your choice of cheese, I should say, and of course on your choice of bread.
Everything you want. And got to be careful. 4-on-4 with the open ice and Draisaitl and David. This is where you really have to pay attention. It's man-on-man when you play 4-on-4, so you got to be responsible. It's a little bit different than when 5-on-5.
Panthers have it off the draw, and it's Ekblad out to center. Plays it across into the Edmonton zone, down to our left. Wallman with it. Down to the far side. Long feed, Bouchard. Here's McDavid through neutral ice up the right side. Through the circle. Forsling able to nudge the puck away. Battle into the near corner. Barkov a shoulder into Draisaitl, but Draisaitl finds it Out to the line, it's Wallman. Bouchard. Now Draisaitl right circle. Out to the defenseman Bouchard. A save made by Bobrovsky there on Bouchard's one-timer. Back come the Panthers then as Reinhart lobs it in over the Edmonton line. It's taken back and they'll counter quickly. Draisaitl up the right side, peels off to the boards, takes a look around the offensive end, has a man, a shot, a save made by Bobrovsky on Kulak. Forsling takes over, and with 9:25 to play in the first, a 1-0 Panthers lead over the Oilers.
Two phenomenal saves by Bobrovsky. Bouchard just about 10 feet inside the blue line is bringing some smoke. He's able to make that one, and then another one high in the slot.
Kulak went low on Marchand, upended him, but the Panthers keep control. And now the puck play down to our left inside the Edmonton zone. Marchand dodged that hit. Kulak was going way down low for that one. As now the action down to the Edmonton zone. It's sent around for Kulak here on the near side. Kulak, long look ahead from Edmonton territory to Connor Brown. Right side cruising in for the Oilers. Brown out of the corner. Has Seth Jones on him. Good job by Seth Jones. Took Brown out of the play, and Lundell there to clear.
You've gotten some really good work by Sergei Bobrovsky early in this game, like we saw in game number 5. Some critical saves at key moments.
8 total saves so far for Sergei Bobrovsky here in the first period. 8.5 minutes to play in the first. 1-0 the Panthers over Edmonton. Nate Schmidt back inside his own blue line. To Rodriguez. Now it's Verhaeghe. Out to the blue line. Skinner, the takeaway, has it for Edmonton. Off to Henrique, who's tied up then by Rodriguez. And over along that far side, on it is Verhaeghe. Bennett and Kane both out of the penalty boxes. So back to 5-on-5 we go, and icing call against the Panthers. 8:08 to go here in this opening frame. 1-0. It's the Panthers in front. Remember to celebrate team in style. When the Panthers get 3 or more in a game, you can score 2. Head over to Pliables the next day, rocking your Panthers gear, and enjoy a free Panthers Mood Color Bowl. Pliables is your slice of summer anytime.
Bouchard's dangerous with a side shot from just inside the blue line. If he gets down around the top of the faceoff circles and he's in the middle of the ice, it becomes almost impossible. Sergei Bobrovsky was able to handle that.
Long shot, Ekholm, that deflected on net, and a right pad save by Bobrovsky, his 9th save of the period so far. Now along the end boards, Kulikov over to the far side. Draisaitl grabs it back for Edmonton to Bouchard at the left point. Evan Bouchard into the far circle. Backhand feet out front, read nicely by Kulikov. Got down to clog the lane, but the puck stays inside the Panthers zone. McDavid had it bumped away, and the Panthers get it clear from Rodriguez to center. Now a takeaway. Bouchard gave it right to Verhaeghe. Right circle, a shot, and it's off the side of the net. Now back behind the net. This one picked up by Edmonton's Evan Bouchard. He'll play it rink wide. Whipped back across by Perry. Draisaitl a jam at it to McDavid. He'll cut out front. Good poke check put off by Bobrovsky there. Knocked that one away from Connor McDavid. And back come the Panthers on the counter. Right to left across your radio. Reinhart right side Ekblad. Out to center. Here's Barkov cruising in. A shot on net kicked away by Skinner. Now back behind the net. This one shifted over to the far corner by Tkachuk. Ekblad down behind the net then. Here to clog the lane for Edmonton over that far side. Enrique, they don't clear out to the far point then. The Panthers with control. A shot from Reinhart deflecting, and that's out of play. 6:57 to go in the opening frame. A 1-0 Panthers lead here in Game 6. We'll bring it back for more here in just a moment on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
South Florida. Remember eating a blue raspberry tree and showing off your blue tongue? Astro Vibe is that tasting experience, just without the blue tongue. Refresh your energy with zero sugar, essential vitamins, and proven ingredients. Celsius Energy Drinks.
Hey Panthers fans, looking for an unforgettable group experience? Team up and score more with Florida Panthers group tickets. Whether it's for corporate outings, school trips, or a fun night out with friends, nothing beats the excitement of live hockey at Amerant Bank Arena. Get exclusive benefits like ticket savings, priority seating, and access to VIP experiences. Don't miss out on the action. Secure your group spot today. Visit FloridaPanthers.com or call 954-835-PUCK to learn more.
The moves the Panthers make on the ice count. American Van Lines knows the moves you make count the most. As the official mover of the Florida Panthers, we always want to win by providing you with the most hassle-free move of your life. I'm Anthony DeSorbo, owner of American Van Lines. When it's time to move, give us a call because we'll give you a solid upfront quote that you can count on. When the time is short and you need to make a move, depend on our pros at American Van Lines. Go Panthers and move with the champs, American Van Lines.
South Florida, let's talk about the classics, the OGs, the classic Celsius flavors. There's so many good ones. Sparkling orange, grape, wild berry, or this watermelon. I'm drinking right now. Refresh your energy with zero sugar, essential vitamins, and proven ingredients. Celsius Energy Drinks.
$6:57 to go, first period here in Game 6. Panthers a 1-0 lead over the Oilers. SeatGeek's the official ticketing partner of the Panthers. Get all your Panthers tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site. That's SeatGeek, your ticket too. Great Panthers seats and a face-off coming up far circle down to our left inside the Edmonton zone. Panthers with the lone goal in this one so far. It was Reinhart unassisted, his 8th of the playoffs at the 4:36 mark. Panthers coming out of the media timeout with a fourth line. Tomáš Nosek pulls one back here to the near boards. It's tracked down, though, by Brown, who whacks it out of the zone for Edmonton down to our right. Not far enough for an icing. Kulikov back into Panthers territory to the end boards. Gadjevich up the near side. Poked along by Nosek. Didn't get it out. Nurse back down for Connor Brown in the right corner. Sends it around, out to the far point, too far for Podkolzin, and Edmonton forced to reload back at its own blue line.
Some failed clears by the Panthers. They got to make sure they get that puck out. It's leading to some second opportunities for the Oilers.
Pass straight on, and Kulak's pass bounces down into the Panthers' end, far corner. Brad Marchand up the boards, finds a man, that's Greer, and he'll muscle it out beyond the line. Marchand there, but he was tied up. The puck whipped back down behind the Panthers' net by Podkolzin. Schmidt back for the Panthers in the trapezoid. Down to our right. Panthers right to left, Edmonton left to right here in this opening frame. Wallman, far side of the ice, crossing it over the Panthers line. Kane, it's jarred away by Kulikov. Luostarinen lost his footing. Edmonton bolts back in. Right side, Nugent Hopkins in front. A shot from Kapanen, blocked by Kulikov. Kapanen out to the far point. Wallman almost fumbled it away. Got it down for Kapanen along the boards. And a long drive, a one-timer from Nugent Hopkins. Shaken away by Bobrovsky, who partially mishandled that one, but still made the save. Up the far side of Lundell to Marchand, they cleared.
If you get tripped or something in this game, you got to play on. Luostarinen looked like he got tripped. Led to a 3-on-2 coming back the other way for the Oilers. But you got to get right back up. You can't look at the official or anything in this situation. If it's not called, go on and get back to your feet and keep going, because that's the kind of game that the refs looks like they're going to let them play.
Down on the end boards to our right, back behind Bobrovsky's net. It's Corey Perry dragging it off to the near circle. Then Draisaitl out to the right point, Bouchard. Left side, Ekholm. Down behind the net, McDavid on a bounce, and he tries to settle it. It's pushed away nicely by Verhaeghe. Played the line by Jones, not out. Ekholm held it in. Here on the cross your radio, Verhaeghe to center, and he'll play it down.
Oh, hot potato in the home zone with that puck just bouncing everywhere.
Skinner, the goaltender, off the glass, far side. Bennett holds it in for the Panthers. Out at the right point along the boards there. It's Verhaeghe. Bennett, right circle, cuts in front. Shot. Right pad save made by Skinner. Now Kachuk drive. Bouncing in front. Whacked at by Verhaeghe. Couldn't get it through. Into the far corner. Bouchard taken away by Kachuk. And a good check up front. It's Bennett looking for Verhaeghe. And that one bounced away off. An Oilers skate. Bouchard was in the lane. Back come the Edmonton Oilers. Up the left side. McDavid drop pass. Perry is shot. Save Bobrovsky. Loose to the side of the net. And the Panthers keep it to the corner. Now over along the boards. Jeff Skinner for Edmonton. Right point. Kulak there. Kulak back across. Far side. Nurse, then Skinner, one-time drive wide off the end boards. This one goes right to Kachuk. He'll take it up that far side, and it went into the Panthers bench for a stoppage. 4:07 left in the first period. 1-0, the Panthers leading here in Game 6 of the Cup Final. A Sam Reinhart tally, the lone goal in this one so far. Back in a moment on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery. so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
First 1-0 Panthers here in Game 6. Huge ovation for our City Furniture hero among us, World War II Army veteran Herbert Schwartz here with us this evening. Honored to have him in the building, and a special hello to all the servicemen and women we have tuned in.
Sam Bennett, a huge power move out of the corner, gets a chance against Skinner, and then gets a second opportunity. Tried to pass it. When you're hot, shoot the puck. Sam Bennett has 15 goals in this playoffs. The last 30 years, the only players with more, Joe Sakic had 18, and last year Zach Hyman with 16.
Yeah, he's getting into historic territory. Off the faceoff, puck goes to the far corner. And down to the Panthers zone, it's Nugent Hopkins out in front, intercepted Tkachuk, and he will toss one out of the zone. A race down to our left, but Nurse there ahead of Bennett. And Nurse will play it up the near boards for Trent Frederick. Frederick backs in over his own line, took a hard shot from Bennett, got the puck back to his defense, and Brett Kulak will zoom up the far side. His pass partially blocked by Tkachuk. It deflects down into the Panthers zone. Seth Jones backpedals for this one. Leaves it in the far corner for Nico Mikkola. Up the boards, Evan Rodriguez punched along the far wall, lost his stick getting the puck out, and now the Oilers work it right back in. Nurse dumps it down.
It's worth it, though, if you're Rodriguez. That's coming out to lose the stick. That's a desperation. The neutral zone.
Little plays add up. Far side of the ice, Lundell dumps it down and around. Near boards picked up by Marchand. Now Marchand looking back door. Bouncer out front, almost winning off Nugent Hopkins. That one stays on the Edmonton net, and the Oilers get a clear to center. Now around center ice, Marchand on it, whistle blows. It's played with a high stick, and 3:06 will remain. Here in the first period, a 1-0 Panthers lead over Edmonton. What does it mean to feel welcome at Baptist Health? Making sure everyone feels cared for and cared about. Here the sun shines through each one of us as we stand with you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
The Panthers outscoring the Oilers 12-4 in the opening period, and that includes 8-0 in the last 3 games in this period. And you knew there was a ginormous emphasis on the Oilers side to come out to push and go really hard, and they have. But you've been able to sustain it and push back against it. If from the Panthers aspect, you're kind of really positive.
Now here's Greer to the net, cuts in, backhand try, save made by Skinner. The rebound stopped as well. Across Kulikov, drive, and it's wide. Off the end boards, picked up and sent out by Connor Brown into the neutral zone. Nate Schmidt dumps it back in for the Panthers.
A.J. Greer's able to find a seam on that backhand, intercept a play, and take it on Skinner. Use that backhand shot. Tough save for Skinner.
Podkolzin tried to clear. He ripped it right off his teammate Janmark. Now it's picked up by Klingberg and sent out of the zone down to our right. A foot race, and Podkolzin in there for Edmonton. Behind the net, Connor Brown. Leaves it here along the near boards. Kulikov tracks it down, clears for the Panthers down to our left, and this one will go the length for an icing. 2:21 left in the first, 1-0. It's the Panthers out in front of the Edmonton Oilers here in Game 6 tonight. All rights to this broadcast are reserved. Any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Florida Panthers and the National Hockey League is expressly prohibited.
Klingberg tried to knock a puck out of midair with the defenseman. It went right on A.J. Greer's stick, and he was able to get in between both those defensemen on the back end, and that's the speed of A.J. Greer and the strength, just muscling his way to the net.
Off the face-off, it's played by Kapanen out to the line for Kulak, down to the near corner. Klingberg back in after a couple of Troy Stetcher productions the last 2 games for Edmonton. Klingberg was out those 2, but back in here for Game 6. On to our right back behind the net, Reinhardt. Up the near boards, Verhaeghe. Panthers do get it out. Barkov helps muscle it up the near wall. He's spun around by Evander Kane. They battle here along the near side of the ice. And the puck caught up along the boards right around the center red line here on the near side. It's Nugent Hopkins. Turn it over. Verhaeghe. Reinhardt scooting in. Reinhardt along shot blocked by Kulak. Reinhardt recovers. Placed down behind the Edmonton net. Nurse takes it to the far corner. Evander Kane over along the boards. Bumped there by Seth Jones. Down to the line, Barkov. Reinhardt flutters one down to that far corner. Verhaeghe looking out front to the near point. That pass is held in here on the near boards. Mikkola, long shot, and that's blocked away by Skinner. Back to the far corner it goes in the Edmonton end. Verhaeghe out to Jones, right point with it. Jones Into that far circle. Barkov in front for Marchand, just out of his reach. Here on the near boards. This one winds up out of the line. The Panthers will be forced to reload at center ice. Marchand hands it back. Here's Lundell. In, makes a man miss. Cuts to the circle. A shot. That one had some heat on it. Just went wide. Over on the far boards, Marchand looking out the line. And it bounces past Ekblad because Draisaitl got a piece of it. And now the puck goes out through center. Changes hands a couple of times. Bouchard tries to cut in. Gave it away at the Panthers line. Luostarinen back the other way. Up the right side. To Luostarinen to the circle. Luostarinen hands it back. High slot. Kachuk shot. He scores! Matthew Kachuk running right from the high slot. And the Panthers have a 2-0 lead with 46.4 seconds to play here in the opening frame. What a feed from Luostarinen and great patience from Eetu Luostarinen to set up Matthew Kachuk.
Matthew Kachuk with a dagger, and it's good all-around work as they're able to get this, and Luostarinen forcing the issue through the middle of the ice, but it was at Lundell on a back check that disrupted the play, and then the Oilers just trying to force it at the offensive blue line. They don't get it deep, and coming late on this play is Kachuk, as Connor McDavid just totally blows the coverage. They send two players over towards Luostarinen. That leaves Kachuk wide open. There's a screen in front, and again, exposing that top glove of Stuart Skinner.
Now Kachuk plays one down to our left. The whistle blows. We got a beach ball on the ice.
So you go back into that play, and what you're looking at there is Edmonton late in the first period, trailing a goal, trying to carrying it in at the offensive line, unable to, and turnover. Luostarinen, easy entry into the offensive zone, and is able to pull up, and all of a sudden, Wallman, the defenseman, and Connor McDavid both go directly to Luostarinen. That leaves Kachuk wide open, and Lundell in front screening the goaltender. That's about as perfect passing play with a body in front that you could ask for, and the Panthers get a dagger here late in this opening period.
Another multi-goal first period for the Panthers. That's been a theme the entire series.
All 6 games.
Forsling across. Ekblad dumps it down. 8th of the playoffs, just like Reinhart for Matthew Kachuk. Edmonton gets a clear to center. And the puck over on that far side, caught up to Ekblad, tugged down, got it over the offensive line. Edmonton resets. Here's Bouchard. Bouchard across the ice. Draisaitl plays it in. Around the end boards it goes. Here on the near side, Barkov to Forsling. Up the boards for Hagee, and he will get the clear for the Panthers. 9 seconds to play here in the first. 2-0 Panthers as Draisaitl takes over. Leon Draisaitl, he'll be pushed back inside his own end. That's it for 20 minutes. The fans to their feet here at Amerant Bank Arena. And understandably so. They love what they saw from the Cats in the opening frame. A 2-0 Panthers lead through 20 minutes of play. We will have one of the Panthers coming your way from ringside here in just a moment, so keep it locked right here. But Billy Lindsay, if you're the Panthers, you get the couple of goals in the first period. Sergei Bobrovsky, outstanding, especially early once again. And everything clicking there in the opening 20.
Amazing, just stunning individual effort by Reinhart on that opening goal. He takes it off Bouchard's stick. He's able to get around Echo, falling to the seat of his pants. He puts it top shelf, and we've seen a handful of those goals by the Panthers. And late in the period, Edmonton trying to force the issue. And you got to understand the score. Even though you're down, they're fooling around with it at the offensive blue line. The Panthers have 4 players back. It's stacked. They're able to get the puck onto their stick, go back the other way. And this is where partially the McDavid factor, just not stopping and starting. Didn't stop and start. They get it back, and Kachuk in the slot blows it home.
And that gave the Panthers a 2-0 lead as we get ready to go downstairs here in just a moment. We've got Panthers forward Eetu Luostarinen downstairs with us after 20 minutes. A 2-0 Panthers lead after 1. And Eetu, thanks for stopping by. And you set up Matthew Kachuk there for the goal that put you guys up by a pair. Just take us through what you saw as that play developed.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's been a theme for us to just, when you get the puck, just get your legs going right away and get going north. And, yeah, I was looking for my options, and Chucky come in late, and great shot by him and get us the goal there.
Until you get a push early on from the Oilers, you withstand that, and all of a sudden you get traction up the other way. Sergei Bobrovsky makes some big saves. But once you get that traction and you're able to establish and get that opening goal, why are you guys just so comfortable in this first period against the Oilers?
Yeah, I mean, they had a good push there, got a lot of shots, and like you said, Bobby obviously made a nice couple key saves there, kept us in the game, and yeah, I mean, we just tried to just outwork them. That's pretty much it.
And Etu, you guys throughout this entire run, you've looked like a team that has been through it before. How much are you guys able to draw back on the experiences you've had these last few years going into a game like this one here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it helps. I didn't lose my pre-game nap today, so I think that's one improvement. And it's just composure, just the situation we're in. We just have to play hockey, and we will get the result we want.
And Etu, you've been off the charts. Is this the best hockey you've ever played in your life?
Yeah, I mean, I think pretty close to it for sure. Yeah.
Well, we think it is, Etu. You're doing a heck of a job. Go finish this thing off tonight. Good luck, Etu. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks,
Etu.
That is Etu Lewostrain of the Panthers. And Billy, you hit it on. He's been a flat-out beast in this postseason.
Yes. You don't want to answer that question, but yeah, when I look back at '96 in the playoffs, that was my best hockey in my life, and the understanding he's playing his best hockey I can imagine. Maybe somewhere for Team Finland he had some sparkling moments, but over a duration of the playoffs like this, coming off a goal and an assist last game, there's a little bit that we didn't see from Etu Lewostrain earlier in the season. The ability to hang on to the puck and just digest.
He said he was looking over his options.
Yes, and really go over everything. Maybe earlier in the year, get that puck down the wing, just kind of shoot it on net. He pulls up, has that time and space. He's able to draw two defenders to him, and that allows Tkachuk open in the slot and pretty finish. The Panthers have that 2-goal lead going into that locker room, and all of a sudden you're forcing the hand of the Oilers again to shorten that bench and to get shorter, even get shorter in the defense core. And this is where you like it, where your Panthers steps to 3-4 lines, get after it. And that first Edmonton push, that was strong. You're going to see it again, though. The minutes are going to light up here for McDavid and Draisaitl. They're going to start playing half a period these last couple of periods for the Oilers as long as they remain trailing.
You better believe it. 2-0 Panthers through 20. We'll hand it off to Kevin Rogers here for our first intermission show in a moment. Have you heard about El Car Wash, the official car wash of the Panthers? For less than the price of a tank of gas, you can enjoy unlimited express car washes at all 60-plus locations. From Miami to Palm Beach to Naples to Orlando, come through one of our eco-friendly and state-of-the-art locations for a high-quality, fast and fun wash. Go to elcarwash.com to find the location nearest you. Join Wash Save. El Car Wash. Feel good. Drive clean. Panthers 2, Oilers nothing. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay here with you. We hand it off to Kevin Rogers for our first intermission show next, right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Metro Group Miami, corporate partner of the Florida Panthers. The home of Metro Signs and Metro Wraps has been South Florida's business choice for quality signs and graphics for over 34 years. No sign is too big or too small for the experts at Metro. They bring brands to life. Call them today, 954-983-6662, 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to learn what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, your everything team. Tabanero Hot Sauce is bringing the heat to the rink this game day, folks. As the official hot sauce of the Florida Panthers, enjoy Tabanero today at any concession stand at the Amerant Bank Arena. We've got it in every flavor: original, sweet and spicy, curry habanero, and extra hot. Their premium sauce blends are crafted right here in South Florida from all-natural, locally sourced ingredients. And the party doesn't have to stop after the stadium. Take Tabanero home with you by visiting your local Florida retail stores. Savor the flavor of Tabanero.
Every Stanley Cup champion started somewhere. Begin your championship journey with the Florida Panthers Learn to Play. Learn to Play is designed to introduce the game of ice hockey to boys and girls ages 5 to 9. For only $250, each participant will receive 6 weeks of on-ice training from Florida Panthers alumni and USA Hockey certified coaches, as well as a custom-fitted free set of ice hockey equipment that they can keep at the program's conclusion. For sign-up, location, and scheduling information, visit floridapanthers.com/learn-to-play.
This is the first intermission report on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Presented by Baptist Health.
First intermission underway here from Amerant Bank Arena. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Panthers a 2-0 lead over the Oilers. Kevin Rogers with you. Sam Reinhart and Matthew Tkachuk, the goal scorers. You'll hear the goals coming up in just a moment. First, let's pause for station identification right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
The fastest game on ice. Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91. IS HD2 Boca Raton.
Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. A win tonight for the Panthers. That's back-to-back Stanley Cups for them. Still have 40 minutes to go, but a good start. 2-0. Cats lead the Oilers. And let's take a look back at what unfolded in the first period. Sergei Bobrovsky starting again in net for the Panthers. Stuart Skinner, after the musical chairs and goal for Edmonton, he's back in net for the Oilers tonight. And the Panthers, who had come into tonight scoring multiple goals in the first period in each of the first 5 games of this series, they would look to keep that streak going. And Sam Reinhart, 3 consecutive games with a goal. He would make it 4 with probably one of the best goals you'll ever see, giving the Cats a 1-0 lead.
Ekholm will swing it across to Bouchard into the neutral zone. Poked away. Here's Reinhart heading in. Gets around Ekholm in front of shot. He scores! Sam Reinhart, as he was being pulled down, he beats Skinner top shelf, and the Panthers strike first here in Game 6. Sam Reinhart with 15:24 to go here in the opening frame. What a play!
Billy Lindsay did it in 1996 in a closeout game. Sam Reinhart trying to do the same tonight. 4:36 into the first period, 4th straight game with a goal. Gives the Panthers a 1-0 lead. And then it would stay 1-0 for most of the first period. Looked like it would be 1-0 going to the first intermission, and that 5-game streak of multiple goals in the first period would come to an end. But no, the streak continued as Matthew Tkachuk would find the back of the net in the final minutes, make it 2-0 Panthers.
Bouchard tries to cut in, gave it away at the Panthers line. Luostarinen back the other way. Up the right side, Eetu Luostarinen to the circle. Luostarinen hands it back. High slot, Tkachuk shot, he scores! Matthew Tkachuk let it rip from the high slot, and the Panthers have a 2-0 lead with 46.4 seconds to play here in the opening frame. What a feed from Luostarinen, and great patience from Eetu Luostarinen to set up Matthew Tkachuk.
7th point of the Stanley Cup Final for Matthew Tkachuk. Gets that goal 19-13 into the first period. Give the Panthers a 2-0 lead. Eetu Luostarinen and Anton Lundell with the assists. And the Panthers with the 2-0 lead. 8th goal of the postseason for Tkachuk. And for Sam Reinhart, his 8th goal of the postseason. And the Panthers right now with this 2-0 lead. So far, shots on goal, 10-9 in favor of Edmonton, so 10 saves for Sergei Bobrovsky inside the Panthers' net, and 7 saves so far for Stuart Skinner inside the Oilers' net. And the Panthers, the only team in the NHL this year that has scored multiple goals in the first period in 6 consecutive games. It happens in the Stanley Cup Final. During the regular season, 3 teams did it 4 in a row, but now the Panthers have done it 6 in a row here at the most important time of year. Coming up, we will have the JetBlue Out-of-Town scoreboard. Also, we have the South Florida sports scene. All of that is straight ahead. Panthers 2, the Oilers nothing through 20 minutes of play. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Panthers up 3-2 as we continue right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Your fishing gear is loaded, lunch is packed, the boat's gassed up, everything you need for an awesome day on the water. Well, not everything. You should also bring along your boating safety education. So be sure to take a Florida boating safety course. Know before you go. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. You'll have more fun out on the water. You can take a course in a classroom or online. To learn more, visit Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission at myfwc.com.
Cheers to champions. Manos Wine has teamed up with the Florida Panthers to celebrate the 2024 Stanley Cup champions. Introducing our exclusive collection of deep-etched, hand-painted wines and sparkling metallic red bubbly, each featuring unique championship designs. Whether you're toasting to victory at home or celebrating with friends, these limited edition bottles are a must-have for every Panthers fan. Shop now at manoswine.com or find us at your local liquor store. Raise your glass to the champions, because every victory deserves a great wine.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts, all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Panthers fans, the Stanley Cup playoffs are here, and Stoner's Pizza has your game day meal covered. Every Panthers game day during the playoffs, get 50% off all pizzas at Stoner's Pizza. With fresh ingredients and daily handmade dough, Stoner's Pizza is the perfect pairing for puck drop. Order in-store, in-app, or online at stonerspizzajoint.com and use code GOCATS to redeem. Stoner's Pizza, the official pizza of the Florida Panthers. Join Stoner's Rewards to earn points on your orders and get exclusive offers. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
First intermission continues here at Amerant Bank Arena. Panthers 2, the Oilers nothing. Kevin Rogers with you. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Panthers up 3-2, looking to shut the door on Edmonton for a second straight year. Sam Reinhart and Matthew Tkachuk, the goal scorers in the first, each their 8th of the postseason. Let's take a look now at the JetBlue out-of-town scoreboard. JetBlue, you above all. And the NBA Finals, they continue coming up on Thursday night, could end on Thursday night in Indiana, as the Thunder up 3-2 over the Pacers. Game 6 of that series coming up in 2 nights. Coming up next, we have the South Florida sports scene. Get you update on the Marlins, exciting game with the Phillies tonight, and then bring it back for the second period here at Amerant Bank Arena. Panthers 2, the Oilers nothing through 20 minutes of play. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Panthers a win away from their second consecutive Stanley Cup, as we continue right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts, all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Tabanero Hot Sauce is bringing the heat to the rink this game day, folks. As the official hot sauce of the Florida Panthers, enjoy Tabanero today at any concession stand at the Amerant Bank Arena. We've got it in every flavor: original, sweet and spicy, curry habanero, and extra hot. Their premium sauce blends are crafted right here in South Florida from all natural, locally sourced ingredients. And the party doesn't have to stop after the stadium. Take Tabanero home with you by visiting your local Florida retail stores. Savor the flavor of Tabanero.
Just like being on the ice, parenthood is full of thrills, spills, and even chills. But whether it's illness or injury, our pediatric experts at Broward Health are ready to assist with a broad range of specialty care for your child. As the official pediatric hospital of the Florida Panthers, we know keeping kids healthy and happy is a team effort, and we're always on your team. Broward Health, well into your future.
Hey, Cats fans, get ready to feast at Lime Fresh. Fresh food and award-winning margaritas. Yes, please! From Miami-Dade to Broward, we've got locations all over. And right now, you get 50% off your in-house order just by repping Go Cats. Go to LimeFreshMexicanGrill.com to find your nearest location. Oh, yeah. Lime Fresh. Fresh food, fresh flavor, and of course, fresh fun.
Couple minutes away from the start of the second period here at Amerant Bank Arena. Panthers 2, the Oilers nothing. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Kevin Rogers with you. Panthers up 3-2 in the series. Let's take a look now at the South Florida sports scene. And the Marlins a winner tonight as they knock off the Phillies at Lone Depot Park 8-3. Up next, it is the second period. Panthers looking to build on a 2-0 lead over the Oilers. Reinhart and Tkachuk, the goal scorers, back in the first. Doug and Billy have the call of the second period. Up next right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
The moves the Panthers make on the ice count. American Van Lines knows the moves you make count the most. As the official mover of the Florida Panthers, we always want to win by providing you with the most hassle-free move of your life. I'm Anthony DeSorbo, owner of American Van Lines. When it's time to move, give us a call because we'll give you a solid upfront quote that you can count on. When the time is short and you need to make a move, depend on our pros at American Van Lines. Go Panthers and move with the champs, American Van Lines.
Panthers fans, the Stanley Cup playoffs are here, and Stoner's Pizza has your game day meal covered. Every Panthers game day during the playoffs, get 50% off all pizzas at Stoner's Pizza. With fresh ingredients and daily handmade dough, Stoner's Pizza is the perfect pairing for puck drop. Order in-store, in-app, or online at stonerspizzajoint.com and use code GOCATS to redeem. Stoner's Pizza, the official pizza of the Florida Panthers. Join Stoner's Rewards to earn points on your orders and get exclusive offers. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Back inside Amerant Bank Arena here in Sunrise, the Panthers a 2-0 lead through 20 minutes of Game 6. It was Sam Reinhart and Matthew Tkachuk, each their 8th of the postseason. On the Tkachuk goal that came at 19:13. The final minute, Osterinen and Lundell with the assists on that. The Reinhart goal in the opening 5 minutes was unassisted. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you. Manny Chang is our on-site engineer, and Trevor Harris is steering the ship back at studio control. 40 big minutes for the Panthers here in this one now as they have the 2-goal lead. But Billy, Panthers love playing with the lead, but now that they have the lead, what do we need to see here?
They got to continue to attack. That same mentality. Don't take extra risks. But we've seen this Edmonton team, when they're behind, you mentioned last game, it becomes freelance. It becomes beer league hockey. It can be tough to defend against, but if you stick with your structure and your style, the attitude, and the Panthers should have learned from their mistakes in the past. They should have a different game plan coming out here to start this second period.
There are times, Billy, where when Edmonton throws structure and the game plan out the window, they almost become more dangerous in a sense. And part of it is because their top-end skill is that elite. We're up and running here in the middle frame. The puck rifled in by Nico Mikkola down to our right. Rings around near corner off the skate of Darnell Nurse. Brett Kulak up the far side of the ice. He'll try and swerve away from Evan Rodriguez. Roll back behind the net. Sam Bennett tries to touch it out front. Now here along the near boards. Battle for a loose puck. Adam Henrique has it for the Oilers. Around far side Kulak. Now here on the near side of the ice, Henrique shuffles one along. It's off the stick of Jeff Skinner. Trent Frederick for the Edmonton Oilers will play it up the near side. Batted back along by Nico Mikkola. Clearing it through center and down to our right into Edmonton territory where Darnell Nurse is there to play it. 42 seconds into the second period. A 2-0 Panthers lead. Nurse to center. Kapanen cruising in. Long distance shot. Blockered away by Bobrovsky. Puck high in the air. Here along the near board. Skinner down for Kapanen as Edmonton tries to set up shop. They won't be able to. Reinhart muscles one out beyond the Panthers line towards center. Here's Rodriguez. Nifty move to escape pressure. Dumps it down to our right. Around the end boards it goes. Off to that far side, Sam Reinhart. He's shouldered by Nugent Hopkins. Try to pass to Barkov. The lane clogged up. Nugent Hopkins a clearing feed. Kapanen to center. Almost lost it. Then he stumbles. And then Barkov will play the puck off to the near boards. Picked up, dumped down by Kulikov. Around the end boards, far side, Barkov leaned on by Klingberg and taken down. Fans wanted a call. Doesn't look like they're going to get it here. And out come the Oilers. Kapanen up to center. Pass to the left, and Jake Wallman will dump it down to our left. The puck rims on the end boards. Back behind the net, Nate Schmidt, far side. Corey Perry holds it down low for Edmonton. Now Kulikov up the near side for Reinhart. Clearing pass on the money for Carter Verhaeghe. He'll dump it down to our right.
Kanan Kapanen took a minute-and-a-half shift to start the second period. That's not ideal on the Oilers side.
No, I don't think Chris Knobloch was looking for that as we've gone nearly 2 minutes here in the second. Up the right side, it's Corey Perry. He'll play it down and around the end boards here on the near side. Battle for a loose puck to the near corner. Evan Bouchard deep in the Panthers in for Edmonton to the near point. Ekholm down behind the net and around to the far corner. Draisaitl. Ekblad on him. Draisaitl along the far boards. Now a pass down to the right circle. McDavid tries to shake out front. Backhand off the side of the Panthers net and then a clear. The puck sent all the way down, and this one is going to be whistled for an icing. 2:20 into the second. 2-0 Panthers.
You pressure Draisaitl on the boards, and he's so hard and he's so strong on that puck. And you get both defensemen kind of going up there. Ekblad went up, chased up high, and that leaves a 2-on-1 down low with Connor McDavid against Forsling. He's trying to get that pass over to Corey Perry, and it hits the side of the net, pops out in front, and there's the danger of Draisaitl just hanging on to that stick, and Ekblad chasing out high. Good job by Forsling recovering there and breaking up that play.
Here's Corey Perry to the net. Bouncing puck to the side of the goal. Bobrovsky a save. It pinballs back behind the net. Went off Gus Forsling, too. Over on that far side of the ice. Draisaitl uses his skate to hold one down deep into the right wing corner. Perry keeps it down low. McDavid in after it, but Ekblad there to grab it back for the Panthers. into the near circle. Outlet feed off the skate of Luostarinen. Did clear the zone. Back the other way. Draisaitl. McDavid left side cuts in through the circle in front of Kids. Oh, what a save, Bobrovsky on Corey Perry. Sergei Bobrovsky in the full splits makes the save. The Panthers lead by a pair. Back in they go offensively. A shot from Luostarinen is partially blocked by Ekholm. The puck out of play. 2:56 into the second. 2-0 Panthers, and the fans love what they saw from Sergei Bobrovsky there.
2 2-on-1s given up to Connor McDavid and Sergei Bobrovsky. This time McDavid again looking for that pass across to Perry. Looks like he has it, and this was Ekblad up high again. Ekblad tried the outlet pass. It doesn't connect, and Ekblad continued up on the play, and a little pinch on the wall, past McDavid, and over on that far side, and coming across with the full splits. Unbelievable. Sergei Bobrovsky, the dexterity in net to get side to side and make that kind of save. Wonderful.
Now from his right to his left, now Nosek down behind the net. A.J. Greer to the near corner. Panthers in the offensive end. Greer, nifty move off the back of the net. Keeps control down low in the offensive end. Back into the far point. Nikola back along the far boards. Then it rims around. Near corner, racing in. Seth Jones. He'll shuffle it down for Gadjevich in the trapezoid. Jonah Gadjevich out to the far point. Handled by Nico Mikkola. Put down behind the net again. A.J. Greer juggles. He's leaned on by Kulak. Puck taken back by Darnell Nurse. He will clear one out to neutral ice. And out along that far side, it's Connor Brown to Janmark, a shot, and it's right into the midsection of Sergei Bobrovsky. Handles that routinely. 16:28 left in the second. 2-0. The Panthers in front. And there's that fourth line again, keeping the puck in the offensive end for an extended period of time.
Win your shift. Bobrovsky's dialed down at the other end. And if you're the Panthers, Connor McDavid, 2 chances with a 2-on-1, and you still have a 0 on the board. That's great. Limit those chances.
Yep.
You don't want to see that too often coming from the game's best player. But Sergei Bobrovsky, what he's been able to do in this game at the start and some of the saves that he has made, he is fully locked in.
13 saves for Bobrovsky in the game. Near circle down to our left. It'll be Evan Rodriguez taking the defensive end. Draw puck pulled off to the near boards. The Oilers have it. Kapanen and Wallman right side. Klingberg long shot blocked by Tkachuk out along the far boards. Panthers don't clear. Now a second chance. Rodriguez will skate it to the neutral zone. Here's Rodriguez up the right side. Puts it on net. Pad save Skinner, and the puck whacked away from the front of the Edmonton net by Wallman.
Like that play by Rodriguez. Shoot the puck. He got Bennett going hard to the net. Shoot. That rebound can come out possibly anywhere.
Panthers out of their own end. It was Schmidt to Rodriguez. Right side, Bennett to the circle. Shakes in. Sam Bennett below the goal line. Tries to wrap it around. It's loose after a Skinner save. Nate Schmidt high slot. A shot blocked away by Skinner. Off to the far boards. Kapanen shoved by Verhaeghe. Panthers keep control. Bennett to the line. Mikkola, he'll play it down to the end boards. Verhaeghe shoved down, back behind the net. Klingberg comes up with it. He'll give the puck to Kapanen, and Kasperi Kapanen out towards center. He rips one in on Bobrovsky, a routine blocker save on the long-distance try. Here on the near board, Seth Jones will have control. Backpedals behind his own net. Up the near wall. On it for the Panthers, Reinhart. He'll loft one out through the neutral zone. Bouncer down to our right. Whacked at by Bouchard. Played up the near side. Bouncing puck along the near wall. Draisaitl for Edmonton trying to advance it. 2-on-2 scrum. It's handed back for the Edmonton defense. Bouchard from his own line. Pass left wing side has Draisaitl. Into the near circle. Draisaitl drops it back. It's Ekholm. Across Bouchard. Right point. A pass to the near side. Too far for Draisaitl. It rolls down behind the Panthers' net. Behind the goal. On it for Edmonton is Skinner. He has pressure in there against him from Barkov. Then Mikkola taken down to the far corner by Draisaitl. Barkov finds the loose puck. Heads behind his net. Backhand near side. Jammed at and cleared by Reinhart out to center. And it's Bouchard backpedaling inside his own line.
Bendis playing out of his mind. A one-on-one move. He puts it between his legs, walk around in the net and try to wrap around. Almost gets in. So confident with the puck.
I was going to say the confidence he's got in his own abilities right now. Over in that far corner, Draisaitl for McDavid. Right side, Edmonton in the offensive end here. A shot from Kulak. Save Bobrovsky with the right Panther traffic. And now the Panthers start the counterattack. It's Reinhart straight on, redirected down by Luostarinen, gloved by Skinner, and the Edmonton goaltender shuffles one to the near corner for Kulak.
There's been a huge difference in net. There's no other way to put it. Bobrovsky had down the other end. Skinner made some nice saves, but hasn't come up with the goods like Bobrovsky has.
Now down behind Bobrovsky's net, Connor Brown near point, Nurse. And they say that one went out beyond the line. So an offside call against Edmonton as Nurse wasn't able to hold the zone. 13:59 to go here in the second. 2-0. The Panthers leading here in Game 6 on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Talk goals. You don't have to be a professional athlete to achieve them. You just need the right partner for the assist.
And when it comes to your facility's landscape, there's no one better than Brightview, the official lawn care partner of the Florida Panthers. Go to brightview.com to see how our commercial landscape services can help you achieve your goals. Or call 844-235-7778 to set up your free consultation. That's 844-235-7778 or brightview.com.
Funky Buddha is back as the official craft brewery of your Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Funky Buddha brings the taproom fun to Amerant Bank Arena, where you can grab an ice-cold gloves-off IPA, brewed exclusively for the Florida Panthers and their fans. Party with them all year long at their brewery in Oakland Park, where you can catch all the Panthers action with their signature selection of innovative brews. Or stop by your closest retailer and bring Funky Buddha home with you. No matter where you're watching, they'll be right there with you. Cheers and go Cats! Funky Buddha Brewery, Oakland Park, Florida. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, all. This is Alonzo Mourning, and I want to talk to you man to man. When it comes to your health, we don't have to be just strong or be tough. We have to be smart, too. We need to take the time and get a health screening, and it can save your life. It saved mine.
Join Alonzo Mourning at the Miami Heat Men's Health Summit this June 14th. Learn more at baptisthealth.net/Zotime.
Back here at Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise, where the Panthers lead Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final by a 2-0 score over the Edmonton Oilers. The Panthers lead the best-of-7 series, 3-2. The Panthers tonight an opportunity to win a second consecutive Stanley Cup. Lots of work to do, but the Panthers have put themselves in a pretty good position as we come up on the midway point here in just a few moments. 13:59 left in the second, 2-0 Panthers. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you. Panthers in red, left to right. The Oilers in white, right to left. Our on-site engineers, Manny Chang, Trevor Harris back at studio control. Off the draw, Edmonton with it. Kulak flutters one along, picked up and taken over the Panthers line by Henrique, but an offside call. 13:54 left in the second, and a 2-0 Panthers lead. Another face-off coming out beyond the Panthers blue line.
You just look at some of the saves Bobrovsky's been able to make. You go back to that Bouchard slap shot in the first period. He's been very aggressive in net, and that side-to-side move there, and over to get it, rob Corey Perry, who's got 10 goals in these playoffs. When he's getting chances, he's scored, and those are the little, huge differences in the game. And
yeah, again, little plays add up, and now near corner, here's Jeff Skinner. He'll take it back behind the net. Skinner over on that far side with it. Skinner bumped into, loose puck, far corner. He's got Nate Schmidt on him. Skinner recovers, but his pass to the point intercepted by Rodriguez, who isn't able to get it out. Panthers will get it to the line. Schmidt, a pass on for Bennett, back for Tkachuk, and then he'll backhand through center. Swept away by Nurse. Bounces right to Bennett, though. In over the offensive line, he goes for the Panthers. He'll shuffle one around the end boards. Here on the near side, it was Rodriguez, shouldered by Frederick. Out come the Oilers. Kulak dumps it down to our left. Around the end wall, far corner, Nico Mikkola. Mikkola cuts out front of his own net, pass far side, Reinhart. Now through center, right wing side, Verhaeghe. Reinhart with a stick of Perry, broke that up. Into the far corner, Reinhart recovers. Behind the net, Barkov. Barkov here on the near side. Has it near corner. Pass to Reinhart, broken up. The Oilers can't keep control over Verhaeghe. Top of the right circle, Barkov. Forsling out of the far point, a drive, and a glove save is made by Skinner. And the Edmonton netminder will hold it with 12:47 to go in the second. A 2-0 Panthers lead here in Game 6.
Trying it out down low, get puck possession, 50-50 puck battles, get back to the point. Forsling lost his stick coming over the boards, and Barkov sent it back there. He had to pick his stick up all in one motion and then get that shot to the front of the net. Reinhart again creating that screen. Panthers doing a pretty good job getting bodies in front of Skinner, making it difficult for him to see the puck. Forsling winding up for that blast, has his head up the whole way, trying to go high glove, and that's where the Panthers have scored both of the goals in this game against Skinner.
They saw far circle down to our right, inside the Edmonton zone. And Lundell pulls it back. Luostarinen far boards. Behind the net, Lundell. He's knocked down, stays with the puck, gets it to Marchand. Now Marchand around the end boards, far half wall. It's taken by Forsling. Down behind the net again, Marchand. Into the near corner, Brad Marchand. He's tied up. Puck came free. Loose along the near boards. Evander Kane will clear for Edmonton at the Panthers line. Ekblad sweeps it away. Luostarinen right side. Marchand to the offensive end. Feathers one to Lundell. Puts on the brakes. Looks out front. Luostarinen tipped on goal, but a save made by Skinner with the goal stick. Puck play to the line. Ekblad kept it in. Down behind the net and around to the far corner. Bouchard shoved by Luostarinen. Lundell. Now Luostarinen on a bounce. Out to the point for Forsling. A little out of his reach and all the way down it goes. As we come up on 8 minutes gone by here in the second. A 2-0 Panthers lead. The Panthers will try and start the breakout from their own end now.
Lundell, a beautiful spin move on the boards to create some time to create that passing lane over to Luostarinen.
Now the Oilers bolt in. Here on the near side, Ekholm can't settle down a bouncing puck. Panthers on the counterattack. Rodriguez, Bennett to center. Off to the left side, it's dumped in. Around it goes, Rodriguez. Had it roll by. Tkachuk here on the near wall for the Panthers. Tkachuk dumped over. Now a tussle here along the near boards, and the puck caught up underneath Matthew Tkachuk, so a whistle blows. 11:35 to go, second period, 2-0 the Panthers over the Oilers, and the Panthers needing one win to win their second straight Stanley Cup, and right now a 2-0 lead coming up on the midway point of the hockey game.
Like the shift by the Barkov line before the Lundell scoring chance. Barkov was able to get back to the point. Traffic in front. Lundell's able to pull up on the half wall. He has two bodies on him, and that creates that passing lane over to Luostarinen, who pokes at it with one stick. Skinner able to make a couple of saves. But this is what the Panthers want in the second period, is just try and tilt that ice back into your favor slowly. We saw some chances early on in this period by Edmonton go by the wayside. Now the Panthers starting to pick up their game.
Brett Kulak up the far side for the Oilers, clears with a backhand to center, and the Oilers try and charge in. Good hard work at the line from Reinhart to keep it away from both McDavid and Draisaitl. Verhaeghe puts it back over the Edmonton line, takes a bounce back out to neutral ice. Nico Mikkola will shuffle a backhand deep into Edmonton territory. Panthers get a change, and now it's Evan Bouchard to walk it out of the zone for the Edmonton Oilers. Bouchard to center ice. Swerves back, pressure from Lundell. Backhand across Kulak. Looks cross ice then on a bounce. Draisaitl has it over the Panthers' blue line. It's poked away. Luostarinen clears to center, and the Oilers forced a restart. Kulak then will shuffle one straight in on Sergei Bobrovsky. He'll make the routine save, hands it off to Seth Jones, and out come the Panthers. Backhand through center by Lundell. Klingberg down to our right with it for Edmonton. Gives to center ice Nugent Hopkins. Left side Frederick. Now to Nugent Hopkins here on the near side out front. A chance, and Bobrovsky a huge save that time on Jeff Skinner. And he keeps the Oilers off the board. The 17th save for Sergei Bobrovsky as he sealed things off at the near post, keeping the Panthers up 2-0 with 10:34 to go in the second period of Game 6.
Quick developing play, and Skinner in the middle of the ice is able to get a few inches away from Lundell, and then hugging that right post as tight as he can is Sergei Bobrovsky, and he's able to hold it in his blocker, in his body, and against that post for the face-off, and Skinner got that away quickly. Had to be alert. Down at the other side, watching McDavid and Draisaitl having to come through layers again. It's starting to get frustrating for them. They have to beat one, they have to beat two. And Barkov doesn't have a goal in this series, but you look at what he's been able to do defensively, and that's why he won the Selke Trophy. They are making life difficult for the Stars.
Wallman puts it down in the far corner. Action inside the Panthers zone. Evander Kane to the end boards. Now a tie-up back behind the Panthers net. Kulikov pokes one off for Matthew Tkachuk. Panthers bring it out. Tkachuk, center ice. Nate Schmidt hops in the rush. Gives to Bennett. Bennett, high slot, long shot. Save made. Skinner loose puck. And Skinner on it in the blue paint. He'll hold on with Nate Schmidt in there. That never quite popped out. And then it looked like Evander Kane just gave a little bit of a whack to Matthew Tkachuk. 10:13 left in the second. 2-0. It's the Panthers in front of Edmonton. And time to start looking, Billy, at the time on ice totals for the Oilers so far. It actually feels like McDavid and Draisaitl's numbers should be a little bit higher than they actually are, but right now 11:34 for Draisaitl, 11:36 for McDavid.
They will continue to climb.
Yep.
And Sam Bennett, I'm used to him doing a lot of stuff, just driving the net, hitting bodies. I have never seen him do this much stuff with the puck on his stick.
Yep.
Create so many plays.
Off a face-off, the Oilers come up with control of the puck. Janmark dumps it along the near side down to our left. Forsling stops it up, clears with a backhand. Shallow part of the Edmonton zone. Nurse back forth. Pressure from Greer. Left on the end boards, near corner Kulak. On for Janmark. Stolen away. Gadjevich. And he just couldn't quite settle it down. But Forsling racing over. Pounds one along the far boards. That takes a bounce to the far corner then. Stays in play as it went in the air. Back behind the Oilers net. It's sent around near corner. On it for Edmonton. Podkolzin. He'll send it down to our left into the Panthers zone. And Kulikov back for this one. Back behind the net, two Oilers to deal with. Gadjevich to help out. And Jonah Gadjevich gets a clear.
How good a play is that by Gadjevich there? Kulikov, the defenseman, back as a forward. You got to get all the way back to help him out and support him. Gadjevich comes way down deep to be that outlet for Kulikov, and that's those little plays you're talking about.
It came in handy because Edmonton had 2 forecheckers right there on Kulikov. Long shot from the right point, and Bouchard missing wide. Here on the near side, Podkol's hit. Far boards, Draisaitl. Left down at the line for Bouchard. Long shot, save made by Bobrovsky right into the chest protector, and he will absorb that. We've got a little tussle spilling to the far corner between, looks like, Dmitry Kulikov and Podkolzin. 9:04 left in the second. 2-0, the Panthers in front here in Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. The Panthers looking to close things out on home ice for the second straight year. We'll step aside and bring it back for more Game 6 action in a moment. On the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
The moves the Panthers make on the ice count. American Van Lines knows the moves you make count the most. As the official mover of the Florida Panthers, we always want to win by providing you with the most hassle-free move of your life. I'm Anthony DeSorbo, owner of American Van Lines. When it's time to move, give us a call because we'll give you a solid upfront quote that you can count on. When the time is short and you need to make a move, depend on our pros at American Van Lines. Go Panthers and move with the champs, American Van Lines.
Hey, Panthers fans. Time to face off. Hockey is back, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the sellies this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cats games or to any other live event in South Florida, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Make pet care stress-free with PetMeds, official partner of the Florida Panthers and trusted platform for pet health. From puppies and kittens to seniors, PetMeds offers top brands for healthy foods, flea and tick prevention, medications, and more. Every order comes with a surprise for your furry family. Don't miss Dr. Cuddle's Ready Rescue, a must-have detoxifier for emergencies. Visit PetMeds.com and use promo code PANTHERS for 20% off site-wide. PetMeds, care you trust to keep pets happy and healthy throughout their lives.
9:04 to go, second period, Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Panthers lead the best of 7, 3 games to 2. 2-0, the Panthers in front, both goals coming back in the opening frame. Reinhart early, Tkachuk late in the opening frame, so that's where we are as far as the goal scoring goes. Sergei Bobrovsky's been outstanding. Turned away all 18 Edmonton shots sent his way so far in this one. Skinner at the Edmonton end has stopped 13 of 15 Panthers shots. Off at face-off, looks like we're going to do it again here.
With those 2 opening goals and getting the crowd engaged, this crowd has been loud and engaged the whole game. Much different than what we've seen in Edmonton with the Panthers having the lead. That crowd has been quiet, but the stellar play of the Panthers has really kept this crowd loud and vocal.
Face-off, far circle down to our left, and Barkov wins the draw from Draisaitl. Into that far corner, battle for a loose puck, and again McDavid, Draisaitl together, far point. And Bouchard will hold it in for Edmonton. Bouncing puck, Panthers will get it out. Verhaeghe, center ice, Reinhart. Dump down to our right, back behind the net. Stuart Skinner, the goaltender, left it for Ekholm. Up the far side, he'll get a clear, and this one goes the length. Bobrovsky out to play it, and he will lift one out to the neutral zone, forcing Edmonton to reload as McDavid was in there trying to pressure. Laid deep again, back behind the Panthers' net. Forsling up the near side, backhanded off the short glass, got it out past McDavid. Bouchard will backpedal inside his own blue line with 8:25 to go in the second. 2-0 Panthers.
The Oilers do not want those stretch passes going to McDavid. They want him coming low with speed. He's dead in the water there when he gets that puck in the blue line, if he even controls it.
Now Ekholm here at the near point. Edmonton in the Panthers zone down to our left. Bouchard long wrist shot. That's wide. Up the end boards. It's corralled and taken off to the far side by Reinhart. Reinhart into the neutral zone. Walks it in 3-on-2 for the Panthers developing. Reinhart slams on the brakes. Cross ice. Forsling wrist shot block. Bounces to Barkov here in the near circle. Barkov in the corner. Barkov backhand out front. It bounces high in the air. Played by a high stick from Verhaeghe right into the glove of Stuart Skinner, the Edmonton goaltender. 7:48 left in the second. 2-0. The Panthers in front of Edmonton and a face-off upcoming.
And there's where you can take advantage. McDavid's been out there a long time. You get a line change, and they get back in the defensive end. They're dusted, and Panthers rolling those lines. Not really, as we talked about, Palmareese doesn't chase the matchups. It doesn't have to be absolute. And you see McDavid and Draisaitl, watch them go to the bench, and been some banging in the situation in that game from McDavid and Draisaitl. It's starting to ramp up as this series now is getting right to the near end.
Now far side of the ice, Mikla, then a drive through traffic from along the far boards, and Marchand's long-distance try is hauled in by Stuart Skinner. 7:43 left in the second. 2-0 Panthers. And, yeah, if you're on the Edmonton side, I mean, it was getting to desperation time pretty early. As soon as Tkachuk gave the Panthers a 2-0 lead, it got to be gut check time over on the Edmonton side, and they keep rolling the big guns out there together.
And the more you make it tough on them, the harder the hockey, the more they have to play in their own end, the tougher and tougher it becomes on their legs.
Over on that far side, we wondered if that would come into play going all the way back to Game 4 if the Panthers were starting to wear down Edmonton.
The play by Mikla there.
Puck cleared to center. Mikla, good play in the neutral zone. The Panthers start back in. Marchand to dump in, back behind the net. Klingberg up the far side. This one to the line. Held in. Long shot. Mikla deflecting to the near corner. Here on the near boards, Anton Lundell looks out front. Over on the far side at the half boards, Rodriguez lets it rip, and through traffic, a save made by Skinner. Where is it? It's loose. It's caught up in someone's gear. Looks like the goaltender Skinner with it. And with that, the whistle ultimately blows with 7:05 left in the second period. A 2-0 Panthers lead.
Rodriguez became a human pinball in front. Cross-check, bouncing around. Good shot, though, on the wall by Rodriguez to free it up, throw everything at the net. Skinner, that second goal that Tkachuk scored, that's another one of an example where Skinner just ends up on the seat of his pants somehow. And some of the saves, very athletic goaltender, but the positioning not always correct, and just continue to throw the pucks there. And this one goes off the defenseman, Wallman, and Skinner was able to find it as it goes into the pants.
Off the face-off, here's Tkachuk out front, a shot, Bennett blocked. Out to the line, Kulikov, he'll rip it to the corner, keeping it down low. Back behind the net, Brett Kulak for Edmonton, through the far circle, backhand through center, didn't get it to Kane. Good read, Kulikov pokes it ahead, here's Bennett in, Bennett to the near circle for Tkachuk, bounces to him, Matthew Tkachuk down to the end wall, Rodriguez spun around, loose puck near side, Nugent Hopkins for Kane, didn't clear, long shot, Schmidt, that deflects to the far corner, and over on that far side, Sam Bennett tracks it down. Around the end boards, out to the near point. Schmidt gives Tkachuk right point, long shot wide. That goes off the end boards, picked up by Nurse. Up the far boards, didn't clear. Over on the far side, Kulikov slams it back behind the Edmonton net. It's gathered in, punched up the near wall this time by Nurse, and then Kane will clear for the Oilers. Down to our left, Sam Reinhart, first one on it.
Looked like Bennett had a chance to hit Rodriguez for a mini breakaway quickly. Didn't see him right away. Then tried that pass to Tkachuk. If he spots Rodriguez going to the net, I believe he makes that pass, and Rodriguez has a chance in front.
Kulikov backhand clear for the Panthers from the near corner down to our left, and this one not far enough for an icing. Panthers get a partial change they were looking for, and 5:54 remain here in the second. 2-0, the Panthers in front. Bouchard to McDavid. Connor McDavid tries to turn on the Jets and instead gives it away at the Edmonton line. Reinhart will send it back down to the corner. Here on this near side, a good hit delivered by Verhaeghe on Ekholm, but the Oilers will advance the puck. Podkolzin, cross ice, Bouchard. Through center, tipped down by McDavid to our left. Into the near corner it goes. Handled by Ekblad. He's shouldered, gives it on to Reinhart. The puck sent long, and all the way down it goes for an icing against the Panthers with 5:27 to play in the second. 2-0, the Panthers are leading Game 6.
One of the big things why Verhaeghe's on that top line with Barkov defensively, because he's swinging and he can skate. Every time McDavid swings, you're going to have Verhaeghe swing with him. He's able to match that pace and keep up. And there, Verhaeghe swings with him. They try to get it. McDavid has it, but he's forced because of that swing. And that's why your defense are allowed to step up. But a big part of it, I'm sure, with Paul Maurice putting Verhaeghe on that Barkov line has to do with that speed and that ability to swing with McDavid and keep pace.
Face off on the way, near circle down to our left, and McDavid stays on with Draisaitl and Perry. Barkov will take the draw for the Panthers.
Every time that McDavid swings into his offensive zone, there is a winger swinging with him, and the majority of the time, that winger is Verhaeghe.
And our referee here
Checking
on the near
time
side,
clock.
he was talking things over with the timekeeper's booth. That was Jean Hébert. And it looks like with the icing of Panthers being asked to come back on, that's Reinhart in place of Marchand, so they didn't get the change completed.
You didn't need it. You got 20 seconds, 30 seconds of breather time. That's more than enough for these guys.
Near circle down to our left. The puck squirts out toward the line, and a good heads-up play as Luostarinen nudged it past Bouchard. Reinhart, left side, Luostarinen along the boards. He'll hand it off for Marchand. Into the far circle, down to the corner, back behind the net, Brad Marchand, and his pass out the line takes a deflection, couldn't get it through. Loose here on the near boards. This one goes out toward the blue line. Forsling held it in. Draisaitl the takeaway, and he will bolt out to center. Lundell, a good play to knock it off his stick. Luostarinen, Lundell, right side. This one angled down to our right into the near corner. Lundell taken out by Ekholm. Marchand, good hit on Draisaitl back behind the net. The Oilers will break it out, but a pass from Bouchard intercepted around center by Jones. Flipped it along, and the Oilers inside their own line with control. Draisaitl looks a little shaken up, head to the bench. He was dumped over in neutral ice.
Well, the Panthers need a change because the Barkov line had been out there, but McDavid then stayed out there for that whole shift, and then they go against the Panthers' other line.
Here's a takeaway. The Oilers have it. A shot from Wallman. That was blocked. Pinballs whipped out front again. And Janmark bounced it off a man, and it goes to the end wall, down to our left, back behind the Panthers net. 4:19 left in the second. 2-0. The Panthers over the Oilers as we head into the late goings of period number 2 here.
In effect, that McDavid and they just had to play against two lines on one shift. That is not sustainable.
Well, that's not going to work long term. The Panthers got a clear. Wallman will play it back in. This one lofted in on Bobrovsky, and he will get under that like an outfielder, and he holds on. Exactly 4 minutes remaining in the second period. A 2-0 Panthers lead here in Game 6. And we will take our media timeout. Back with the rest of the middle frame straight ahead on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts, all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Make pet care stress-free with PetMeds, official partner of the Florida Panthers and trusted platform for pet health. From puppies and kittens to seniors, PetMeds offers top brands for healthy foods, flea and tick prevention, medications, and more. Every order comes with a surprise for your furry family. Don't miss Dr. Cuddle's Ready Rescue, a must-have detoxifier for emergencies. Visit PetMeds.com and use promo code Panthers for 20% off site-wide. PetMeds, care you trust to keep pets happy and healthy throughout their lives.
Metro Group Miami, corporate partner of the Florida Panthers. The home of Metro Signs and Metro Wraps has been South Florida's business choice for quality signs and graphics for over 34 years. No sign is too big or too small for the experts at Metro. They bring brands to life. Call them today, 954-983-6662, 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to learn what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, your everything team.
4 minutes remaining in the second period of Game 6 here in the Stanley Cup Final. Panthers 2 and the Oilers nothing. The Panthers looking to close this out tonight. We're in the Cup Final for a third straight year, taking on the Oilers for a second straight year, and trying to knock off the Oilers for a second straight year, trying to win the Stanley Cup on home ice for a second consecutive year. And right now they've positioned themselves in a good spot. You know this Oilers team's not going to go away quietly, though. Off the face-off down to our left. The Panthers have it. Seth Jones, he'll loft one into the neutral zone, and down to our right. Darnell Nurse after it. Back behind the net, leaned on the near wall. The Oilers get a clear through center. That sends Rodriguez back inside the Panthers' end. Kachuk. Center ice Bennett, then Jones. Up the wing, he'll guide one down.
This is where the Panthers have been better.
Kulak fails to clear. Here's Rodriguez looking out front. Couldn't feed. Kachuk came clears.
When they get the chance away from McDavid and they get down into the second, third lines, and you got this Kachuk line out there with Bennett, they're eating up that bottom couple of lines for the Oilers.
Reinhart to the near corner. Kulak a shoulder into him. Puck goes back behind the net. And it's sliced off the near side by Kulak. Held down low by Dmitry Kulikov. Verhaeghe tried to feed Reinhart. Intercepted. Kulak looks to clear. It's off Verhaeghe. Kulak again with it. Backhand near side Jeff Skinner. And he had it taken away. Verhaeghe near side. Then Barkov. Power move along the board. Backhand behind the net. Reinhart out front. Barkov in close. It just rolled off his stick. Henrique was in there against him. Now it's Barkov on the end wall. Barkov in that far corner. Barkov on the end boards. A pass left side. Verhaeghe to the line. Schmidt across. Kulikov. Right point Dmitry Kulikov. To the corner. Barkov. Right wing side. Barkov to the trapezoid. Feeds it back for Verhaeghe. Right side boards. Verhaeghe at the half wall. Turnaround shot. Off the chest protector of Skinner. The rebound. Barkov in front. It bounces and they score. It went off Reinhardt. And the Panthers take a 3-0 lead. It went off Reinhardt in front. 2:29 to play in the second. And the Panthers lead Game 6 by a 3-0.
What worked down low, Barkov had a really delicious chance in front. And then Barkov with that big body is able to control it. Get it out front. Get it to the blue paint. Good things are going to happen. And this is a really statement shift by Barkov, just using his big body and strength. Gets it over. Verhaeghe has some time at the wall, and a real muff there. That's just real bad rebound control. A shot that came through by Verhaeghe, and Skinner just punched at it. It didn't put it in the corner or anything. Goes right on the stick of Barkov. He throws it in front, off the skates of Reinhardt, and all of a sudden it's a 3-Jimmy lead here late in the second. That was an all-world shift by Barkov, though. He just controlled the puck down low, and no one could take it off him. Bad goaltending again on the other side by Skinner with that rebound control, and they make him pay a price.
In go the Oilers, down to our left. A 3-0 Panthers lead. Down behind the net, Perry left it behind the goal and out of the near circle. A backhand feed McDavid up top, and it's out of the reach of Bouchard. The Oilers forced to reload. Bouchard dumps it in, and now we've got ourselves a whistle with 2:02 to play in the second period. A 3-0 score. Well, looks like an offside call. Face-off upcoming. Marchand under the skin of Leon Draisaitl, it would appear, as Leon Draisaitl right now is preoccupied with number 63.
Yeah, they're all getting just obliterated. And you talk about good things happening, throwing pucks on net. I don't know what Skinner's trying to do with that rebound, but coming over there on the side of the net, Barkov's able to get it, throw it off, and get rewarded. Reinhardt was able to beat Nurse to the front of the net off the stick and skates in, and late period goals. We saw it in the opening period, late with under a minute. Now here with one under 3 minutes. Those hurt.
Off a face-off in the neutral zone, Seth Jones. Backhand near side, out of the reach of Kachuk. Down to our right, Wallman with it, ninth of the playoffs, second of the game here tonight for Reinhardt. In goes Janmark, far side of the circle, rolls it on net, and Bobrovsky, a routine save. Seth Jones didn't like how close Janmark got to the Panthers net, and he gave Janmark a little tap, and now Skinner, Jeff Skinner that is, appears to be really annoyed by Matthew Kachuk. And the Panthers, they've collectively gotten under the skin of the Edmonton Oilers here. This is an Edmonton team starting to show its frustration with 1:47 to go in the second, and the Panthers up 3-0.
Would you like it if you had to go through a meat grinder every time you played hockey?
Wouldn't be fun, Billy.
Nope, that's kind of what it's like going against this Panther team. And when you've seen them at their excellence, and they've been able to control the majority of this series, there's been times where Edmonton has been good, but this Panther team, you can really start to see the frustration. Not only Draisaitl, Edmonton, this whole Oilers group is kind of perplexed. I'm sure Chris Knobloch behind the bench wondering what to do. How do I solve this? And it's just a riddle that's just been too complicated.
Well, he's only really had one idea, and that's just to keep throwing the big guys out.
What else can you do? I guess at this point, the second and third lines are so much deeper on the Panthers side. If Draisaitl and McDavid play together, that's an explosive group. But second, third, fourth lines, that favors the Panthers.
Jones near side, out of the reach of Bennett. Down to our right it goes. 1:33 left in the second, an icing call. 3-0 Panthers in front. 2018, Edmonton does lead the shots on goal in this one. And Billy, we talked about it going back to Game 4 when we saw some big workloads from certain members of the Oilers. And the Panthers are a team built to outlast you and built to wear you down.
The battle of attrition.
And you saw some heavy legs going back on the Edmonton side of Game 4, and you wondered if that would come into play here. And right now, the Panthers seem to be tiring out certain elements of this Oilers team.
Yeah, Game 5, they really looked tired, and now here in the Game 6, how much can you ask of your defenseman? How much can you ask of Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl? We're about to find out.
Draisaitl in offensively, trying to drop past the line. Rodriguez had McDavid all tied up. He couldn't do anything with it there, and Kachuk will dump one down to our right, back behind the Edmonton net. Skinner leaving it for Bouchard.
And every time McDavid touches the ice, that Kachuk line got off immediately, so Barkov could come out there against McDavid and Draisaitl.
Puck dumped in by Draisaitl. Down to our left it goes, far corner. Evander Kane into a tie-up with Forsling back behind the net. 2-on-2 scrum behind the goal. And it's punched up the near side, held in. Kulak across. Bouchard, final minute of play here in the frame. A shot from Bouchard goes wide to the corner off a deflection. Behind the net, Barkov. Evander Kane on him. Barkov a short pass. Tapped along Verhaeghe. Finds Reinhart. He will skate it out beyond his own blue line, left to right across your radio. It's ripped down wide of the net, picked up by Verhaeghe. Has it behind the goal. Verhaeghe in front. Reinhart now behind the net. Looks to make a play here. Reinhart out to the far point. Half minute to go in the frame. Forsling. He'll wind one around the offensive zone. Near side, Seth Jones. Jones there. Sends it around far corner, then Marchand behind the net. It's swept away as Bouchard got a stick in the lane, on for Kane. And Evander Kane clears down to our left, but this is going to bring up an icing call against Edmonton in 15.7 seconds on the clock here in the second period. The Panthers lead 3-0, and now the Panthers looking at an offensive end draw against a fatigued Oilers group.
The boa constrictor effect.
Yep. Look at Draisaitl right now.
Not only game to game, but you talked about throughout the course of this series, just the ability to squeeze tighter and tighter and tighter and just take your breath away. Panthers doing that here in game number 6, and you look back to the game they won in game 3, game number 5, it has been exactly the same as this game looks.
Draw a far circle down to our right inside the Edmonton zone. Lundell against a very tired Leon Draisaitl. Lundell wins the draw. Jones straight on at the blue line with it. Jones far side, Mikkola. He'll play it along the boards, down behind the net, loose in the trapezoid. On it for Edmonton. Draisaitl off the glass, off of Evander Kane, out to the line, not out of the zone. Held in by Luostarinen. Behind the net, Lundell. Pass out front, and the horn sounds as Bouchard got in there to intercept. And with that, folks, 3-0. It's the Panthers in front of Edmonton through 40 minutes of action here at Amerant Bank Arena. The Panthers 20 big minutes away from making it back-to-back Stanley Cups.
Sergei Bobrovsky, got to add him into this recipe. Brilliant when called upon. Down at the other end, Sam Reinhart continues to score. Now 5 goals in his last 4 games. 4-goal game streak for Reinhart. And the late goals in the Panthers. Alexander Barkov, 4 assists in this series. Connor McDavid, I believe, 1 goal, 5 assists. 6 points. We're working on 6 games. Everyone was talking about Barkov and his offense. Is it going to be there? It's 4 assists in 6 games, no goals. But what he is doing against McDavid, that's why he's the best two-way player in the game.
Yep.
You look,
and you throw and working with Reinhart.
Yes, and Reinhart, who was runner-up for
good luck
for the Selke Trophy, and that last shift offensively that they scored the goal on by Barkov and Reinhart down low, you couldn't get it off Barkov. That big size, that big frame, getting it back, and that's why you shoot pucks. Skinner, the huge advantage in that for Bobrovsky. You throw it there for a goaltender. For whatever reason, it's a harmless-looking shot, and goaltenders have enough acumen to put it with their blocker into the corner. He kind of just gets handcuffed by it. Looks freakish in net, and he punches it right on the stick of Barkov. And all of a sudden, Barkov backdoor, and it's a goal. And that's not to pile on Skinner, but you look at the 2 goaltenders, and we go back to the Tampa Bay series. Who's going to have the better goaltender in this series? Vasilevsky, tough matchup. It ends up being Bobrovsky, and you had to go through Wall, you had to go through Stolarz, and mixed match, Bobrovsky better. Go against Carolina, Freddie Anderson, Kochetkov. It's also it's Bobrovsky again, and that same answer is being made here in the Stanley Cup Final.
Yep, one goal to the goaltender at one end is dramatically outplayed the goaltender. The goaltenders down at the other end here in this series. 3-0. It's the Panthers over the Oilers through 2. Coming up in just a moment, we will hand it off to Kevin Rogers, and he'll be joined by Jameson Olive from FloridaPanthers.com. They'll break down the first 2 periods as they've seen them tonight. Doug Plagans, Billy Lindsay here with you, and we hand it off to Jameson and Kevin next. 3-0. The Panthers over the Oilers through 40 minutes of play. Get your tweets out for the world-famous former Twitter segment at Doug Plagans. We'll get to whatever we have time for coming up here in just a little bit. 3-0. Panthers over Edmonton through 2 on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Hey Panthers fans, get ready to score big with Jiffy Lube, the official oil change of your Florida Panthers. Just like our team on the ice, we're faster than ever. Skate by for an oil change or any other vehicle maintenance service you may need. You never need an appointment. Keep your ride as strong as our Panthers. We're here to keep you moving. For coupons and locations, go to JiffyLubeSpecials.com. Jiffy Lube, the official oil change of the Florida Panthers. Catch your Florida Panthers and Amerant Bank Arena world-class shows and events in the most premium setting in South Florida, our private and exclusive suites, as well as our all-inclusive clubs including Amerant Vault and Corona Beach House, offering multiple ways to forge unforgettable connections with friends, family, employees, and top clients. You'll never want to experience a game or concert any other way. For more information, visit FloridaPanthers.com or call 954-835-PUCK today. Funky Buddha is back as the official craft brewery of your Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Funky Buddha brings the taproom fun to Amerant Bank Arena, where you can grab an ice-cold gloves-off IPA, brewed exclusively for the Florida Panthers and their fans. Party with them all year long at their brewery in Oakland Park, where you can catch all the Panthers action with their signature selection of innovative brews. Or stop by your closest retailer and bring Funky Buddha home with you. No matter where you're watching, they'll be right there with you. Cheers and go Cats! Funky Buddha Brewery, Oakland Park, Florida. Please drink responsibly.
This is the Florida Panthers' second intermission report on the Florida Panthers Radio Network.
Presented by Baptist Health.
Second intermission underway here from Amerant Bank Arena. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Panthers 3, the Oilers nothing. Sam Reinhart's second goal of the night late in the second period. We'll play that back coming up. We'll have Jameson All of FloridaPanthers.com coming up. But first, let's pause for station identification right here from the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Hockey lives here.
And with a shot turned out and forked wide by Aho. He swings a wraparound.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. KIS HD2 Boca Raton.
Welcome back. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. We know what the stakes are. Panthers 20 minutes away from a second consecutive Stanley Cup. Kevin Rogers, Jameson All, FloridaPanthers.com with you. Panthers 3, the Oilers nothing. 2 goals for Sam Reinhart, 1 for Matthew Tkachuk. Before we get to the Reinhart goal from the second period, Jameson, as we welcome you in, straight up, out of the gate, biggest storyline to you, is it what Reinhart has done? Is it Bob? Is it shutting down the big 2 for Edmonton? What have you seen as the biggest storyline tonight?
It's a couple things. Obviously, the Oilers had some nice jump there for the first 3-4 minutes. Reinhart's goal kind of takes all that air out of the room for them. Crowd gets into it. Huge goal. And just the way it was scored, too. Just the highlight reel nature of that goal was massive. And we know how good the Panthers are when they score first. They're a team that likes to play with the lead. So that was huge. Other than that, though, I got to say Bob. You look at that first period, he made 10 saves. Nothing too scary. He was tracking the puck really well. A couple almost snuck through him just by hockey magic. But when you make those saves you have to make and you keep the lead for your team, it goes a long way. The trust builds, the confidence builds, and you just don't let one through. So for the Panthers to not only get the lead, but then for Bob to hold it, total team effort. But if I'm just picking one moment, I got to go the Reinhart goal just for what it did for the building and the team.
What about just how they have found a way to shut down Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl?
You know, a lot of credit to the top line. A lot of credit to Barkov, Reinhart, Verhaeghe, 2 Selke Trophy finalists on there, a 3-time winner in Barkov. They've been doing a lot of that during this entire series. And, you know, we've seen it time and time again, the McDry line, when you get McDavid and Draisaitl on the same line. Sometimes they wait till halfway through the game. Knobloch for the Oilers went to that very early tonight, and that line's done a great job of shutting those guys down. You know, we see how it goes sometimes in series. We saw it last year. Those two play a ton of minutes. They get more tired as the series goes on. I think McDavid still got some jump, but Draisaitl in this game, first time I can say, he looks a little tired out there. He's taking a ton of hits. He looks a little frustrated. I think the wear and tear may be starting to weigh here on Leon.
6 consecutive games, the Panthers have scored multiple goals in the first period. Nobody's done that in the NHL this season more than 4 times. They've done it 6 times now. How do you explain just these hot starts and how Edmonton has not been able to generate any offense in the first period of the past 4 games?
I think it's, you can say culture, you can say just the talent and the depth, which it is. They roll all 4 lines can score. But I think it's just a swagger. Those guys get so fired up in that room and come out with such a head full of steam that they all want to score the first goal. They all think they're going to score the first goal, and they tend to. And you speak about goal scoring, Kiraj, and I got to point this out. I mean, the Panthers, what are they? When you think Panthers, defense, forward checking, big saves. They're scoring historically high here. Or 90 goals, or 90-plus now at this point, goals are in this postseason. Just the 8th team to ever do that in a single postseason run. So the defensive-minded Panthers are also one of the greatest scoring playoff teams of all time. When you can do both, like, who's going to beat you?
And it's funny how Sam Bennett and Brad Marchand were the two favorites for the Conn Smythe, and they have not scored tonight. Reinhardt's got 2 goals. Bobrovsky's played well. It's almost like a mess trying to figure that whole thing out. But still,
I got to pick if we get to that later.
But still 20 minutes to play. Let's recap what's happened so far tonight. Sam Reinhardt, the acrobatic goal, his 8th at the 4:36 mark of the first period to give the Panthers a 1-0 lead. 4th straight game with a goal for him. Matthew Tkachuk in the final minute of the first period, his 7th point of the Stanley Cup final, giving the Panthers a 2-0 lead. And then in the second period, we talk about Sergei Bobrovsky, and Bob coming up with several big saves. Here's one of them to keep the Oilers off the board.
Osterinen did clear the zone. Back the other way. Draisaitl, McDavid left side, cuts in through the circle in front of Cans. Oh, what a save, Bobrovsky on Corey Perry. Sergei Bobrovsky in the full splits makes the save. The Panthers lead by a pair.
And just Bob continues to play extremely well throughout the series. It was a little rough those first 2 games, but so far 20 saves tonight.
He's been fantastic, like I said, not tested extremely. The Panthers have done a great job of keeping the high-danger stuff away from him, but you still have to make those saves. Those pucks go in if you don't stop them, and he's done a great job settling down those pucks, done a great job playing the puck behind the net as well, not only helping the Panthers get on the rush, but also knowing when to sit on it, knowing when to get that face-off. So he's just playing a really intelligent veteran game tonight.
And with that 2-0 lead, the Panthers would build on it as Sam Reinhart out in front, his 2nd goal of the night to give the Panthers a 3-0 lead.
To the corner, Barkov, right wing side. Barkov to the trapezoid. Feeds it back for Verhaeghe. Right side boards. Verhaeghe at the half wall. Turnaround shot. Off the chest protector of Skinner. The rebound. Barkov in front. It bounces and they score. It went off Reinhart. And the Panthers take a 3-0 lead. It went off Reinhart in front. 2:29 to play in the second, and the Panthers lead Game 6 by a trio.
17:31 is the second. Sam Reinhart, 2nd of the night, his 9th of the postseason. And the Panthers, on that goal, it was Barkov and Verhaeghe assisting to get that 3-0 lead. And just the emergence of Sam Reinhart, game-winning goal in Game 7 last year of the Stanley Cup Final, Jameson, but also he got hurt in the Carolina series. He didn't do a lot at the end of the Toronto series. And now just doing what he's done the last few games. This is the Sam Reinhart we saw last year, 50-plus goals.
Yeah, incredibly came back after just missing a game with that hit from Aho in the Carolina series. And you could tell it was weighing on him a little bit. You could tell it kind of took him a little bit to get back up to speed, but now he's clearly there. But you got to give a lot of credit to Barkov on that goal. That was kind of a man amongst boys shift for him, I tweeted out, and just kind of a thing where whenever he got the puck, you saw he kind of felt like, who's going to take it from me? Like, if you want it, come get it, but you're not going to get it.
Right.
So he was just controlling that shift, so much cycling, great play by the top line. And once again for the Panthers, who's it going to be? It's going to be the third line, the top line, the second line, the fourth line. All these lines can be the heroes.
Quickly, Conn Smythe, who was your vote?
You know what? Even though Rhino's really come on here in the Cup final, like I said, every guy's got so many points. I still would lean Marchand just because I think the third line as a whole deserves it. Lundy's been outstanding. Lucy's been outstanding. Marchand's been outstanding. But if you just got to give it to one guy to represent that line, it'd be Brad Marchand.
Jameson Howell, FloridaPanthers.com. I will say this, great work this season. I hope I don't talk to you Friday. I hope nothing catastrophic happens, but thank you again. Another great season in the books. But again, we'll see what happens, but good seeing you, and thank you.
I'll give you my personal number. Call me anytime. We'll get some reps in the offseason.
July 16th, the next After 40. That's when it's going to be.
Coach.
There's Jameson Howell, FloridaPanthers.com at Doug Plagan's house. That's where we're going to do the After 40, I think. Sure. Anyway, we have the JetBlue Out-of-Town scoreboard coming up. Also, world-famous former Twitter segment. All of that is straight ahead. Panthers 3, the Oilers nothing after 2 periods of play. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Panthers up 3-2 as we continue right here on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
The moves the Panthers make on the ice count. American Van Lines knows the moves you make count the most. As the official mover of the Florida Panthers, we always want to win by providing you with the most hassle-free move of your life. I'm Anthony DeSorbo, owner of American Van Lines. When it's time to move, give us a call because we'll give you a solid upfront quote that you can count on. When the time is short and you need to make a move, depend on our pros at American Van Lines. Go Panthers and move with the champs, American Van Lines.
Attention sports fans, when it comes to your health, don't just play defense, make the winning move with Solstice Dental Insurance. Whether you're looking for a PPO, HMO, or discount plan, Solstice has you covered. Our unique comprehensive dental and vision products ensure that you get the extensive coverage you need, all at an affordable price. With a national network and top-tier customer service, Solstice is your go-to teammate for championship smiles and clear vision. Join the winning team. Call Solstice today, 877-760-2247 or solsticebenefits.com and score big on your dental insurance.
Hey, all. This is Alonzo Mourning. I want to talk to you man to man. When it comes to your health, we don't have to be just strong or be tough. We have to be smart, too. We need to take the time and get a health screening, and it can save your life. It saved mine.
Join Alonzo Mourning at the Miami Heat Men's Health Summit this June 14th. Learn more at baptisthealth.net/Zotime.
Let's talk goals. You don't have to be a professional athlete to achieve them. You just need the right partner for the assist. And when it comes to your facility's landscape, there's no one better than Brightview, the official lawn care partner of the Florida Panthers. Go to brightview.com to see how our commercial landscape services can help you achieve your goals. Or call 844-235-7778 to set up your free consultation. That's 844-235-7778 or brightview.com.
Second intermission continues here at Amerant Bank Arena. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Panthers looking to close things out with a 3-0 lead over the Oilers. Kevin Rogers with you. Quick look at the JetBlue out-of-town scoreboard. JetBlue, you above all. The Marlins winner tonight as they beat the Phillies at home 8-3. Up next is the world-famous former Twitter segment. Your tweets and X's will be read by Doug coming up before the third period. Panthers 3, the Oilers nothing after 2. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final continues right here from the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Hey, Panthers fans. Time to face off. Hockey is back, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the sellies this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cats games or to any other live event in South Florida, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the Florida Panthers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Panthers fans, the Stanley Cup playoffs are here, and Stoner's Pizza has your game day meal covered. Every Panthers game day during the playoffs, get 50% off all pizzas at Stoner's Pizza. With fresh ingredients and daily handmade dough, Stoner's Pizza is the perfect pairing for puck drop. Order in-store, in-app, or online at stonerspizzajoint.com and use code GOCATS to redeem. Stoner's Pizza, the official pizza of the Florida Panthers. Join Stoner's Rewards to earn points on your orders and get exclusive offers. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Make pet care stress-free with PetMeds, official partner of the Florida Panthers and trusted platform for pet health. From puppies and kittens to seniors, PetMeds offers top brands for healthy foods, flea and tick prevention, medications, and more. Every order comes with a surprise for your furry family. Don't miss Dr. Cuddle's Ready Rescue, a must-have detoxifier for emergencies. Visit PetMeds.com and use promo code Panthers for 20% off site-wide. PetMeds, care you trust to keep pets happy and healthy throughout their lives.
3-0 Panthers over the Oilers here tonight, Game 6. Miami Barracuda tunes in and chimes in on the world-famous former Twitter segment, at Doug Plagans. You can always tweet us. Sean the Hawk, Kurt, the South Carolina Twitter captain, is with us. We've got Matt, Dina, Michelle, Jennifer, and others tuned in Port St. Lucie. We have Scott, the cop/Marine in Georgia. Special loan to thank you to all the police, fire, medical personnel, military we have tuned in. Thanks for what you do. Thanks for making Panthers hockey a part of your night. We've got Michael, Sonny, Terry, Louisiana, Jay and Tam Miami and Ocala, Bruce in Fontainebleau tuned in, Papa Bear in Pittsburgh, Decker, Eastvale, California, Judy in Australia, Duty, Marietta, Georgia. We have Ryan in Thief River Falls, Minnesota, Roy in Scotland is with us tonight. Gus in Greece is tuned in, Loriana, Chris, Gil, Jason, Paul tuned in, Noah is with us this evening. We have Chris listening tonight, Jimmy, Andrew is tuned in, Paul and Heidi in Chicago, Adam, Joe in Chicago as well, Stevie Joe the Dog, Hank in Ormond Beach, Andrew in North Carolina, third period next 3-0.
Thank you.
Game 6 on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
Hey Panthers fans, looking for an unforgettable group experience? Team up and score more with Florida Panthers group tickets. Whether it's for corporate outings, school trips, or a fun night out with friends, nothing beats the excitement of live hockey at Amerant Bank Arena. Get exclusive benefits like ticket savings, priority seating, and access to VIP experiences. Don't miss out on the action. Secure your group spot today. Visit FloridaPanthers.com or call 954-835-PUCK to learn more. Tabanero Hot Sauce is bringing the heat to the rink this game day, folks. As the official hot sauce of the Florida Panthers, enjoy Tabanero today at any concession stand at the Amerant Bank Arena. We've got it in every flavor: original, sweet and spicy, curry habanero, and extra hot. Their premium sauce blends are crafted right here in South Florida from all-natural, locally sourced ingredients. And the party doesn't have to stop after the stadium. Take Tabanero home with you by visiting your local Florida retail stores. Savor the flavor of Tabanero.
Ready to roll here in the third period of Game 6. Panthers 3 and the Oilers nothing. Doug Plagens, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you. Manny Chang's our on-set engineer. Trevor Harris back at studio control. Off we go. Matthias Ekholm. A pass straight on off the skate of Aaron Ekblad. Verhage right side. The Panthers into the offensive end. Panthers in red. Right to left across your radio here in this third period. Edmonton White left to right. Verhage a takeaway. Cuts down low. Back behind the net in the offensive end. Verhage to the far corner. Backhand behind the net. Barkov is there. He's tied up by Bouchard. Loose on the end wall then. Bouchard scoots away with it for Edmonton. Near side Corey Perry. And he will bounce one cross ice. Draisaitl a whack at it. McDavid finds it. Gives to Ekholm. Swing and a miss from Ekholm. He was tied up. And out come the Panthers. Right to left across your radio. Barkov up the near side. He'll rip one in wide of the Edmonton net. Rims around far side. Ekholm back to Bouchard here in the near corner. And Bouchard lofts one out to center ice. Seth Jones is there for the Panthers. Gives to Mikkola. Mikkola dumps it in. Down to our left. Back behind the net. Skinner, the goaltender, to Bouchard. Up the near side for Kasperi Kapanen. And Kapanen for Edmonton. A backhand around the end wall. Bouchard with it. Rattles one ahead. Far side. Out through center goes Evander Kane for the Oilers. Heads in over the Panthers line. Bumped by Mikkola. Rolling puck to the end wall. Jones kept it to the near boards. Kapanen took it back. Wallman straight on. Shot in the right pad save made by Bobrovsky. Off to the far boards. Nugent Hopkins. Wallman across. Then a drive. And it's blocked by Marchand. Wallman will play it down around the end wall. Far side Klingberg. Now along the boards, it's Nugent Hopkins. Flutters one back behind the Panthers net. Kapanen off to that left corner. Anton Lundell there against him. Kapanen, far side. Nugent Hopkins out to Klingberg. He was on his backhand. Couldn't hold it inside the line. The Oilers forced to reload as we've gone a minute 40 seconds here in the third. 3-0. The Panthers leading Game 6. Looking to close it out tonight if they can get through the next 18 minutes and change.
And the beauty of this game, all played at even strength. 4-on-4, those are the only penalties in the first that we have had. And the Panthers, just like last year, Paul Maurice, they want it 5-on-5 as much as possible.
Connor Brown won a race to the puck, tried to center, couldn't find an Oilers teammate. The Panthers break out. Matthew Tkachuk, center ice, Sam Bennett. He walks in, long distance try, that's wide. Far corner, Tkachuk there, right wing side. Matthew Tkachuk. Left it for Bennett. In front of Rodriguez. Couldn't pull the trigger. He was tied up, and the Edmonton Oilers break out. Here's Jeff Skinner to center ice. Pass far side. Too far for the intended man, Janmark. He's got some wheels, though. Got in there after it. Kulikov bumped him off the puck. Panthers don't clear. Brett Kulak, bottom of the near circle. Rattles one around the end boards wide. That rims around, leaves the zone. And 2.5 minutes into the third period. 3-0. Darnell Nurse at center. Walks it back in for Edmonton. Dumps it down. Onto the end boards. Ekblad there for the Panthers. Aaron Ekblad, far boards. Barkov, a backhand out through center as he absorbed a check to get the puck out. And to our left it goes. And Evan Bouchard for Edmonton. Around far side Ekholm. Pressured immediately by Carter Verhage. Now here in the near corner, it's taken by Bouchard. Bouchard had it ripped away. Barkov into the near circle. He's able to get control back. Gives to Forsling at the near point. Forsling with time. Looks for a lane. A shot partially blocked. Far corner. Barkov reels it in. Barkov over on that far side in front for Verhaeghe, and it was just intercepted by Bouchard. Backhanded out of the zone. Right side, here's McDavid cruising in. McDavid drops it back. Draisaitl thought about a shot. Holds high slot down for McDavid. Back behind the net. McDavid looking in front. That one goes to the line. It's handled by Draisaitl. Across. One-timer fake. Bouchard right side in the circle. McDavid back up top. Ekholm looks left. Long drive left pad save by Bobrovsky on Bouchard through traffic. Here at the near point, picked up by Bouchard. Evan Bouchard, Connor McDavid there. McDavid straight on. Shot deflecting. It looked like off Barkov and out of play. 16:20 left here in the third. 3-0. The Panthers in front here in Game 6.
Barkov having his best game of the series. Not even close. Dominant both ends of the rink. And Bobrovsky's ability to see pucks through traffic. He is grinding in that net. He had two bodies in front of him. Ekblad puck, Colson, big bodies that got drifted, and still he's able to stick with it, kick out with that left pillow, get it out of harm's way. That's it. The battle level, the compete level that you're watching from Bobrovsky, and it's done all under control.
Off the face-off, near circle down to our right inside the Panthers zone. Anton Lundell gives to Nico Mikkola. Around the back of the net, rolls one far side, stays with it. Mikkola clearing past Marchand, a backhand swept down to our left into the Edmonton zone. Klingberg didn't clear. Marchand, far corner, poked away. And the Oilers will try and bring it out. Henrique up that far side. Trent Frederick backhand cross ice. And Marchand a shoulder into Klingberg. The Panthers come up with control. Luostarinen dumps it down to our left. Skinner, the goaltender, has it back behind the net.
You're starting to see the Panthers really turn over their shifts. 25-30 seconds. That is the max time you want your players on the ice.
Keeping everybody fresh and in the rhythm. Puck play down to our right by Henrique. Nate Schmidt out of the far corner for the Panthers. He'll dangle his way out of the zone. Schmidt up towards center. Bounces one along. Taken by Kapanen. Tried to feed it back to the defense. Good pressure. Gadjevich, then Greer winds one around. Right point, Dmitry Kulikov. Back into that far corner. Kept to the outside by Kulak for Edmonton. The Oilers will get it out. Frederick at center. He's dumped down by Tomas Nosek. And the Panthers will charge back in. Nate Schmidt plays it down. Now Nosek, first one in there for the Panthers. On the end board, played one deep. Nurse immediately tries to send one on. He will. Nugent Hopkins past the defense. Can he get a shot away? Backhand try off the side of that. May have glanced off Bobrovsky as well. Now Nugent Hopkins in that far corner. Bumped by Nosek and the puck cleared by Gadjevich.
What an effort. What an effort by Nosek with the hit and Gadjevich. We've seen a couple of really superb plays by Gadjevich.
The fourth line brought the lunch pail tonight, no doubt about that, as the Panthers back in their own zone. Bennett now for Tkachuk up that far side. Bennett again. Sam Bennett, a little bit of daylight, wasn't able to clear, but it is tossed out of the zone by Rodriguez down to our left. Now Bouchard nearly gave one away. We've seen him do that a couple of times tonight. Ekholm back around. Bouchard near side, couldn't clear. Mikkola lays it down behind the net. Rodriguez, far circle to the corner. He'll leave it for Bennett back in the trapezoid. Off to the near corner, given to Reinhart then. Reinhart tied up on the end wall. Puck came free. Ekholm up that far side of the ice. He's got Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl to center. A backhand looking for McDavid. Has him. Perry back in front for McDavid. Tapped wide. And over to the far corner. Seth Jones on it. Rattles it up the wall. Didn't clear. McDavid far corner. Barkov leans on him. McDavid up top. The pass broken up by Reinhart. McDavid recovers. Plays it down behind the net. Draisaitl near corner. Flips it out front. Nobody there for Edmonton. Reinhart looks to clear. And he couldn't get it out. Still loose. Second try again. Couldn't poke it out of the zone, but Barkov grabs control of the puck, and he will off the backhand out through center. 13:44 to go in the third. Verhaeghe, he's able to win a race, gets out front. Verhaeghe, Lundell shot wide. The roof would have blown off this place. Had Lundell cashed in there. Back come the Oilers on the counterattack. Up the left wing, Pod Colson, a drive and a save made by Bobrovsky. Puck to the far boards, and Anton Lundell will work it out to center. Lundell, Marchand, high slot, past the defense, and he just sent it wide into the far corner. Lundell. Anton Lundell to the line. Forsling. Down to the corner. Jake Wollman for Edmonton tries to take it back. Pocket picked in the corner then by Luostarinen. Head to Luostarinen. To Anton Lundell. Luostarinen again. Right wing corner. Back behind the net. Poked away. Sent around the inboards. Here on the near side. Lundell out to the line. Forsling a blast. And that's off Wollman in front. And Connor Brown will clear to center ice. Forsling pats it away.
Two really good chances. Lundell and then the rat attack again from Marchand around Klingberg, and Klingberg just got dusted by Marchand.
Panthers coming close to taking a 4-goal lead on multiple occasions there. Now Tkachuk stalls out an Oilers rush. Backhand near side, down to our left into the Edmonton zone. Nugent Hopkins kept it from Bennett. Around the back of the net to the far corner, Nurse gets it started. Rink wide, Kane. Kapanen over the Panthers line. Kasperi Kapanen, centering feed. Nobody there for Edmonton. Reinhart bats it away into the corner. A battle for the loose puck. And Reinhart will feed it around. Far side, Nate Schmidt gives to Bennett. Didn't clear. Whipped down wide by Kane. Now here on the near side for the Panthers, Dmitry Kulikov. Behind the net, off to the far corner, Nate Schmidt. Backhand up the boards, deflecting through center. And to our left, it's Brett Kulak. 8 minutes off the clock here in the third period. The Panthers leading 3-0.
And the Panthers continue to attack. They continue to hit bodies. They are not sitting back. They're going out and trying to win.
Now McDavid is tripped up a bit. No call on the play. Perry, far point. Ekholm to Bouchard, a blast. Blocked by Barkov. Here on the near side, Barkov able to come up with a loose puck. He'll toss it out of the zone. 11:39 to go. Third period. 3-0. The Panthers over the Oilers.
McDavid with all kinds of speed gets tripped up. And if there was going to be a penalty called in this game, it probably would have been there.
The puck dumped down to our right. Here on the near side, McDavid shakes down low, off to the far circle. Connor McDavid to an open Bouchard. Bouchard wrist shot deflecting wide. Here on the near boards then, Jones. He'll backhand it out of the zone and back at center ice. Off to the near side is Bouchard. Pass straight on, and the Oilers go in offside. 11:11 left in the third. 3-0. The Panthers have the Oilers on the ropes here in the Cup final. Back with more third period action next on the Florida Panthers Radio Network, presented by Baptist Health.
There's a problem if you drink and drive a boat. It never just affects you. Boating under the influence is illegal and dangerous. Save lives by staying sober. Learn more about Florida's boating laws at myfwc.com. Brought to you by the FWC Division of Law Enforcement.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Bill Lindsay on the clock here in the third period. 11:11 left in the third period of action. 3-0. The Panthers over the Edmonton Oilers. Doug Plagens, Billy Lindsay, Kevin Rogers with you. Manny Chang is our on-site engineer. Trevor Harris back at studio control, steering the ship and steering it in the right direction.
When I see 11:11 on the clock anywhere, I always make a minor wish. Never going to tell you what it is, but having that stopped on double 11s.
Off the face-off puck handled by Seth Jones. Near side, Nico Mikkola up the boards. Dumped in down to our left around the end wall. Far side of the ice, it's Evan Rodriguez. Winds one around near circle. Matthew Tkachuk out front. That one deflects away. Near side, Mikkola down to the corner. This one winds around. Far boards, Rodriguez is there. Evan Rodriguez down for Bennett. Bennett on the end wall. It was ripped away, and the Oilers have control of the puck. It's carried on, tossed ahead by Klingberg, dumped down by Kapanen, kicked away by Bobrovsky to the far corner. Now back behind the net, Sam Bennett wrangles control of the puck. Nugent Hopkins right there on him. Played off the near corner, stolen away by Vander Kane to Klingberg at the line. John Klingberg backs up. One-timer Wallman kicked away by Bobrovsky with the left pad. And here on the near side, Matthew Tkachuk hands one on. Sam Bennett skates to the neutral zone. He'll walk this one out across center, and the puck fluttered down far corner inside the Edmonton zone. Coming up on the halfway point of period number 3. The Panthers a commanding 3-0 lead here in Game 6.
1, 2, 3. There's McDavid trying to go around 3 guys.
Now the puck pushed down behind the Panthers net. McDavid shoved by Forsling out along the near boards. Bouchard fumbles one away. Verhaeghe has a lane. Verhaeghe to the offensive end, to the circle, a shot. Save made by Skinner. Came well outside the goal crease to stop that. 9:47 to go in the third. 3-0 the Panthers over Edmonton. We'll take another media timeout here in period number 3. This is the Florida Panthers Radio Network presented by Baptist Health.
Let's talk goals. You don't have to be a professional athlete to achieve them. You just need the right partner for the assist. And when it comes to your facility's landscape, there's no one better than Brightview, the official lawn care partner of the Florida Panthers. Go to brightview.com to see how our commercial landscape services can help you achieve your goals. Or call 844-235-7778 to set up your free consultation. That's 844-235-7778 or brightview.com.
The moves the Panthers make on the ice count. American Van Lines knows the moves you make count the most. As the official mover of the Florida Panthers, we always want to win by providing you with the most hassle-free move of your life. I'm Anthony DeSorbo, owner of American Van Lines. When it's time to move, give us a call because we'll give you a solid upfront quote that you can count on. When the time is short and you need to make a move, depend on our pros at American Van Lines. Go Panthers and move with the champs, American Van Lines.
Hey, Cats fans, get ready to feast at Lime Fresh. Fresh food and award-winning margaritas. Yes, please! From Miami-Dade to Broward, we've got locations all over. And right now, you get 50% off your in-house order just by repping Go Cats. Go to LimeFreshMexicanGrill.com to find your nearest location. Oh, yeah. Lime Fresh. Fresh food, fresh flavor, and of course, fresh vibes.
9:47 to go in the third. 3-0 Panthers over the Oilers, and so many tweets from so many places. We try to get as many as we could. Norm is tuned in with Nate in Chicago. Kalen listening. We've got Matt in Milwaukee tuned in tonight. 3-0 the Panthers over the Oilers. Third period of Game 6. Panthers trying to close it out. Looking for a second straight Stanley Cup. They can finish this off here. As if 3 straight trips to the Cup final, it's already pretty difficult to accomplish, but Panthers can go back-to-back.
I believe Forsling set a record here tonight for the most playoff games played in a 3-year span.
He's been outstanding, no doubt about it, through all the runs the Panthers have had. Here on the near side, Henrique in for Edmonton. A shot that deflects up and out of play. Time for your check-in on Connor and Leon's minutes, Billy. We've been watching that because the totals are elevating as the game goes on. Both over 20 minutes. And at this point in the game, Bouchard's the high minute man of the game at 21:15, as a matter of fact. The Panthers' high minute man at this point is Seth Jones at 19:23.
Well, it's every second shift now that you're seeing Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl.
Off the draw, Forsling near side. Bounces into the neutral zone. Ekholm down to our left. Backpedals inside the Oilers zone. Straight on for Corey Perry. The Panthers right to left. Edmonton breaking it in left to right. Dumped in. Bobrovsky played it to the far boards. Ekblad will backhand out of the zone. Draisaitl down to our left. Rink wide for Bouchard. Up the near wing. Corey Perry redirects one deep into the Panthers zone. Back behind the net. Ekblad off to the far side. It's walked on by Verhaeghe. Given to Reinhart. Sam Reinhart stopped in his tracks from his knee, shuffles one on for Verhaeghe. A little far, though, and Edmonton will transition back inside their own blue line. 8:45 to go in the third. 3-0 Panthers in front. Game 6. Panthers leading the best of 7, 3 games to 2. Over on that far side of the ice, Luostarinen pushed down through center.
At this moment, you're just trying to work TV timeout to TV timeout. And keep the score where it is.
Breaking it down into small segments. Mikkola up that far side. Held in along the boards, and Edmonton with control. Cap it in. Down behind the net. Here's Mikkola to the near corner. Mikkola tied up. Luostarinen to the line. Held in. Evander Kane. Long shot wide off the end boards through traffic. Not sure Bobrovsky saw it, but Marchand gets the puck out.
I would agree with you. I'm not sure Bobrovsky ever did see that. Heard it hit the boards, and then Bobrovsky looked behind him.
8 minutes left, third period. 3-0 the Panthers in front of the Oilers. And it's given away. Tkachuk in front to Bennett. In a save made by Skinner. The rebound. Bennett whack it away. And Skinner weathers the storm. The Oilers will get a clear.
regurgitated right on the stick.
Now Wallman back behind the net. Up the near side, long shot from Schmidt as he broke up that pass.
Kachuk's hand-eye coordination off the charts, unbelievable. Knocks that puck out of midair, gets it to Bennett. That's the best save we've seen from Skinner.
Frederick to center. Rolls one over the Panthers line. Kulikov stopped it up, gave to his partner Nate Schmidt. Schmidt straight on. Kachuk right side. Barkov across center. Backhand along the board. 7:14 to go in the third. 3-0. It's the Panthers over Edmonton. Kulak, center ice. Jeff Skinner, shifty in over the Panthers line. Lost control of the puck, and Ekblad will clear. Down to our left it goes, and it will be an icing call against the Panthers. Exactly 7 minutes remaining here in this third period. The Panthers leading by a 3-0 score. If you are just joining us, the Panthers goal scoring 4:36 of the first. Reinhart unassisted. 19:13 of the first. Kachuk from Luostarinen and Lundell. 17:31 of the second period. Reinhart from Barkov and Verhaeghe.
Stuart Skinner's giving his team a chance, and this is it. They are rolling the dice with 7 minutes on the clock. Skinner is going to the bench. 6 on 5. 6 on 5. This is the ultimate gamble.
Off the face-off, the Panthers have it. The net is empty at the Edmonton zone. You don't see this often with 7 minutes left in a third period, but desperate times calling for desperate measures as far as Chris Knobloch is concerned. Now McDavid behind the net. Draisaitl stolen away. Ekblad. Forsling near side. Verhaeghe gives to Reinhart. And the puck poked away. Now Barkov to Verhaeghe. Now Barkov right side. Reinhart to the open net. He scores! It's a hat trick here in Game 6 for Sam Reinhart. He cashes in on the empty net. 4-0 Panthers with 6:34 to play in the third.
The ultimate roll of the dice. And it does not pay off. Reinhart with the hat trick. Wow! Passing play all around, taking their time with the puck. Just didn't matter. And they get it over, and Barkov, his unselfishness. I was screaming at Barkov in my mind, shoot the puck, shoot the puck! He throws it clear across ice to Reinhart at the Edmonton Oilers blue line, and Reinhart opened up the scoring. And 3 of the 4 goals belong to Sam Reinhart. Barkov, monstrous in this game. That makes you feel a tiny bit comfortable.
Well, that decision from Chris Knobloch, you want to call McDavid and Draisaitl together the nuclear option. Well, if there's a step above that in terms of desperation
that's the
in a game like
bomb.
this, that's the, you only get to play that card probably one time.
Yes.
That was the last card in the deck, I think, if you're Chris Knobloch.
Yeah. That's an interesting decision, and he's going to have to face the questions around it for a long time now, probably all summer, but the decision was made. He felt that was the opportunity, and Reinhart with the hat trick.
And talk about Sam Reinhart. He was the Game 7 hero last year.
And he has a game-winning goal as it stands at this moment.
He opened the scoring back in the first. That was his 8th of the playoffs. He's since then added his 9th and now his 10th of this postseason run. Sam Reinhart, Barkov picking up what looks right now like the lone assist. Far corner for Edmonton, Darnell Nurse. I don't think anyone will be sitting in their seat the rest of this one. The puck dumped down to our right, and Nico Mikkola back to play.
We're both up. When you're up, I know we're getting excited.
But bringing people behind the curtain, I don't stand very much.
I don't either. But when I get too antsy, there's no way I can sit down. So my legs have been pacing 1,000,000 miles an hour for the entirety of this game. I'm going to feel like I've ran a marathon after this.
Yeah, you could have powered a small city, I think. Down to our left, back behind the net. Kulak around to Darnell Nurse. Rink wide for Kulak. Pressure from Rodriguez. 6 minutes to play, third period. Panthers 4 and the Oilers nothing here in Game 6. Up the far side, it's whacked away from Henrique by Bennett. Puck into the Panthers bench. And with that, 5:56 left in the third. A 4-0 Panthers lead. 5:56 separating the Panthers from back-to-back Stanley Cups. We'll take you the rest of the way in the third period straight ahead. Panthers looking to close it out. This is the Florida Panthers Radio Network presented by Baptist Health.
We often welcome people as a standard greeting. It's become as common as greeting another with a hello. At Baptist Health, being welcome has far deeper meaning. So welcome to the warmer side of care, where we advance innovation and treatments through research while educating the next generation of experts all close to home. Here, the sun shines through each one of us as we stand by each one of you. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Every Stanley Cup champion started somewhere. Begin your championship journey with the Florida Panthers Learn to Play. Learn to Play is designed to introduce the game of ice hockey to boys and girls ages 5 to 9. For only $250, each participant will receive 6 weeks of on-ice training from Florida Panthers alumni and USA Hockey certified coaches, as well as a custom-fitted free set of ice hockey equipment that they can keep at the program's conclusion. For sign-up, location, and scheduling information, visit floridapanthers.com/learn-to-play.
Just like being on the ice, parenthood is full of thrills, spills, and even chills. But whether it's illness or injury, our pediatric experts at Broward Health are ready to assist with a broad range of specialty care for your child. As the official pediatric hospital of the Florida Panthers, we know keeping kids healthy and happy is a team effort, and we're always on your team. Broward Health, well into your future.
Welcome back inside Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise with 5:56 to go in the third period of Game 6 here in the Stanley Cup Final. The Panthers.
We got about 20,000 in here about to blow the lid off this joint here in Sunrise.
A 4-0 Panthers lead over a deflated-looking Edmonton Oilers group. Draw to the right of Sergei Bobrovsky, who's turned away all 26 Edmonton shots that he's seen in the game. Off the face-off, puck play to center, and the Edmonton net empty once again. Puck play down to our right into the Panthers zone. McDavid, he'll have it in the corner. Up top, it's Ekholm. Edmonton going for the 6-on-5 advantage here with the net empty. McDavid far side, behind the net, Draisaitl. In the trapezoid, Draisaitl. Backhand far side, Ekholm, 5.5 minutes to play. Bouchard at the line. Looks left. He's got a man, McDavid. Then a long drive fluttered on goal by Ekholm, and it's batted wide out front of the net. Looked like Corey Perry trying to deflect it. Now Ekholm gives to Bouchard. Bouchard left side, McDavid at the front of the net. It's broken up by Ekblad. Barkov to the corner for Reinhart. Tapped on Ekblad to Verhaeghe. Now to Reinhart again to the empty net. Does it have the distance? It does! 4 for Sam Reinhart. He scores to make it 5-0 Panthers. Another empty netter with 5:05 to play.
One of the most historic performances in Stanley Cup history. Sam Reinhart with a 4-pack. He will be forever etched in lore, not Panther lore, but Stanley Cup lore. The game-winning goal last year and 4 goals in a deciding game here in game number 6.
And as he was being pulled down, got that one off his stick, and it had enough mustard on it.
Just rolled in, trickled into the net, getting tripped on the doubt, and we have seen and witnesses to what Marchand did last game and the heroics of Reinhart this game and this whole group in general. We are looking at not only one of the greatest teams that have been assembled in the salary cap era, but maybe one of the best teams we've seen in NHL history.
3 straight Cup Finals. 1-7 against Edmonton last year, looking for a second straight. Long drive, Wallman, save Bobrovsky, loose. They score, and the Oilers are on the board. Vasily Podkolzin spoils the shutout bid for Sergei Bobrovsky. Cuts the Panthers lead to 5-1. 4:42 left in the third. No celebration whatsoever from the Edmonton Oilers on the ice as Podkolzin scores his second in the series.
Able to get it in deep. Oilers had it their own line, force it in. It pops out in front to Podkolzin, and he's able to get a rebound opportunity. Good hustle down deep in the corner there. Was able to force that turnover on the sideboards, get it to the front of the net, and Pud Colson from the point is able to get that rebound and go to the backhand around Sergei Bobrovsky. And the only blemish and only sting goes by the wayside, but bigger prizes in mind.
Only blemish on what's been otherwise a clinic from Sergei Bobrovsky tonight. Klingberg pass to center.
How about the performances throughout the lineup? Every single player. On the other side, you can point to a couple. You look at every single player on this Panther team tonight, and their grade is exceptional or very, very good.
Yeah, every Panther has his fingerprints on this one here this evening. Here's Klingberg up the near side. The puck played along the boards. Down to our right. Kulikov along the wall. Bats at it. Schmidt on a bounce. Gives to Rodriguez. He'll maneuver through center. And the puck played down to our left. Deep into the Edmonton zone. And Billy, you start to think of guys like Nate Schmidt, like Tomas Nosek, guys who've been to the Cup final before, but haven't lifted Lord Stanley.
Even Brad Marchand, 2011, he's been there a couple of times. He came here for one sole purpose. He wanted a chance to win another Stanley Cup. And those new guys have invigorated the room. And they're, as you mentioned, those players that do not have that Stanley Cup ring, they have been a main driver of this second tour of duty.
Hugely influential. And as the puck's played cross ice by Verhaeghe, batted at by Forsling. And that was the point I was going to bring up is Nosek, Schmidt, these guys have said they came here because they saw a team that can win it. Here's Lundell on the takeaway shot. It's wide. And Lundell into the corner, able to regather. But they came here because they knew this team had a chance to do it. And they've contributed and they've helped this team get to this point. 3:08 away from back-to-back cups. Luostarinen behind the net. He's dumped down by Kulak. And then Henrique will play one to center.
You've demolished Edmonton in 3 of the 4 wins. Edmonton won both their games in overtime. The other 3 games, you blew them out.
They've taken a world-class team on the other side, and look at that Oilers bench. They've taken the will away from that group. Here's Rodriguez. Tkachuk in, down to the corner. And Rodriguez holds it on the end boards. Puck comes free, and Bouchard is there. Played up the far side. Now Mikkola stops it up, whips it right back behind the Edmonton goal.
13th time this postseason the Panthers have scored 5 or more goals. And this is all about defense, but you look at this series and the numbers that they've put up in that Carolina series, in the Eastern Conference Final, in the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, it's a team known for defense, and that's the calling card is the defense, the forecheck. But they have been lighting up scoreboards, and now we do have a penalty call here in the late stages.
Tkachuk
and Kane were at odds. 2:13 left in the third. 5-1 Panthers.
I think they just sent Kane to the dressing room. Just enough. Probably gave him a 10-minute misconduct. Walked him out of here. He's done. Tried to swing at Tkachuk. Kane will get the last shower of the season in a little bit earlier. But just going back, 89 goals in the playoffs, Doug, coming in. That was 8th most in NHL history. We're in an era where goal scoring is not supposed to be that prevalent. And now you add 94 on the board. That is going to climb. 94 goals throughout this run, and the damage they did on the road. It's really nice to come back here at home. And the Panthers, if they do win this, are going to be first team since the 87-88 Edmonton Oilers to win back-to-back Stanley Cup finals on home ice.
Probably heard of some of the names on that team.
Gretzky, Curry,
Anderson,
Coffey,
Fuhrer. Puck played up the far side. That's what kind of hockey lore this Panthers group is about to join. Kulak to Nurse. Here on the near side, Kulak up the near boards. Janmark inside, 2 minutes to play. 5-1 Panthers here in Game 6. Out to center ice, Connor Brown. He springs Janmark, left side, looks to center. This one deflects away. Schmidt bats it to the near boards. Luostarinen up the near side. Eetu Luostarinen to center. Off to Marchand, then Lundell near circle. A shot. It's kicked away by Skinner with 92 seconds to go in the third. 92 seconds to go in this historic Panthers season. Mikkola behind the net. Jones far side. Skinner kept it in. Over to the far corner there. Laid out along the boards by Luostarinen to center ice. It's Wallman. Now Klingberg drives it down. Around it goes. It leaves the zone. 1:05 to play here in the third. A 5-1 Panthers lead over Edmonton. The Panthers will close this thing out as it's sent in on Bobrovsky. Ekblad to clear. 53 seconds. That sends Klingberg down to our left. Klingberg to Wallman. Wallman inside his own line. Klingberg straight on. Skinner redirects it down to our right. 40 seconds. Back behind the Panthers net. Ekblad. He'll send one out through center. Down to our left. No icing. Half a minute to play in the third. The Panthers are starting to celebrate on the bench. 25 seconds. Here's Bouchard. Pass to center. Puck goes into the Panthers line. It's dumped down to our right. 15 seconds. Forsling back behind the Panthers net. Gus Forsling will hold it. The final set 10 seconds. Down to the final 5 seconds. Rats rain down. Lord Stanley staying in South Florida. Last year was greatness. This time it's historic. The Florida Panthers are back to back Stanley Cup champions. The Panthers have done it in 6 games. They take down the Edmonton Oilers. The Panthers have gone back to back in 24 and 25.
Glorious, beautiful, remarkable, and undeniable. The Panthers at the top of the Hockey Mountain for the second year in a row, Stanley Cup champions.
The Florida Panthers have etched their names in hockey history.